Welcome, everybody, live to the Brevard Sports Network here in our feature matchup of the week here on the Brevard Sports Network. Friday night lights action between the 3-0 Eau Gallie Commodores and the traveling 2-1 Satellite Scorpions. Hello, everyone. Welcome here to the Brevard Sports Network. I'm Jackson Bob. Alongside me tonight, producer and color commentator Caleb Brown. First of all, Caleb, what are you looking for in this matchup between these two cross-county teams?
I'm looking to see which offense gets the game started. Look, we know both of these defenses can go at it with each other. I think these two defenses are evenly matched. Each have potential all-stars in Noah Flores for Satellite, and for Eau Gallie. Of course, we have Xavier Larice, whose star continues to keep shining on bright. It's going to come down to which offense can light it up.
Yeah, that's what we talked about in our test stream / pregame show on your Facebook page, Caleb, is, I know these defenses are stout. I know both these running games are stout. I think if one of these teams comes out here maybe passing the ball well or running the ball still as well, offensively, though, I think could be the deal breaker in this game for one or other of these teams. Also a spotlight is the two of the arguable best all-around athletes in the county here on the gridiron tonight for Satellite. That's Noah Flores, their leading rusher, kick returner, and defensive back. And for Eau Gallie, that's Xavier Larice, also leading defensive back, kick returner, and all that good stuff. If you look down at some stats here to match them up, you got Ethan Rafel for Satellite versus Mari Kroons for Eau Gallie at the quarterback position. Rafel this season, 261 yards on 50% completion, 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. For Mari Kroons, that's 219 yards passing, 53% completion, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Those through the most updated stats through Max Preps. Rushing the football, this is where Eau Gallie has 2 top 10 backs in the county right now based on yards. You got Delvonte Williams with 53 carries at 199 yards and 3 touchdowns. Back there with him is Tay Welch with 32 carries, 193 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The leading carrier for Satellite, as the man I just mentioned a moment ago, Noah Flores, with 31 carries, 141 yards, yet to get in the end zone. On the ground, though, they also got Tristan White with 18 carries, 79 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and then Logan Waite, the sophomore, with 26 carries, 76 yards, no touchdowns. So that's 3 backs that Satellite's used, and all with some decent yardage. You look at the receiving side of it, is where both these teams, Satellite has 2 100-yard receivers so far. Eric Wiesa with 6 receptions, 108 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then Brady Ferris with 5 receptions and 100 yards. For Eau Gallie, their leading receiver is DJ Maltzby with only 3 receptions for 78 yards and a touchdown. That's where you kind of hear it. They have a great running game, but your leading receiver's under 100 yards with, again, according to Max Preps, only 3 receptions on the season. So there is a little bit there to look out for on Eau Gallie's side. You look defensively, leading tackler for Eau Gallie so far, Caden Davis with 36 tackles versus for Satellite, that's Atticus Henderson with 30 total tackles. Sacks, Eau Gallie's got 4 with Brandon Brown, and with Satellite, their leading sack leader, Zachary Radawi. And then you look at interceptions, that's where you see Xavier Larice, according to Max Preps, 2 interceptions on the season. And for Satellite, they have 4 guys with 1, Colin Roddy, Noah Flores, Zachary Radawi, and Seth Hufty. So there's a breakdown stat by stat of each team for everybody there. And you kind of see where both these teams, they peak at the same kind of area of expertise, and then they have certain areas of the game that they don't exploit as much. But these teams kind of match up similar on paper, and then it comes down to just coaching and talent on the field, which they both have plenty of. I mean, Eau Gallie led by Coach, as you see him come out on the field, Coach Chris Sands, who has been here for a few years now, and he's brought some solid success and plenty, as he'll tell you, success and players going to the next level out of Eau Gallie. And for Satellite in his 2nd season, that's Coach Brian Helton, as he's building this program, coming off a first-round playoff loss to Rockledge in a close one there. So 3-0 this season for Eau Gallie with wins over Springstead. I know it's been all outside the county. Bishop Moore and Winter Haven. And for Satellite, they're 2-1 with wins over Vieira and Melbourne and 1 loss to the Heritage Panthers. So full breakdown out of the way now. I'll get my pregame stuff in right as we get set to kick off. Great how that works out as we get set. Eau Gallie will kick it off to the Scorps to start this one. And I've got to say, if you look at numbers-wise, how many players on this roster, Satellite's got the edge by almost double-fold. I mean, Caleb, you can see on my list of rosters, Satellite's doubles over Eau Gallie's, numbers-wise, and that's something Satellite's always done. Youth football, high school, Satellite's got bodies. They put them on the field. Whether they end up playing or not, that sideline is packed. But Eau Gallie's is they still got plenty of talent, even without the numbers necessarily. But they're 3-0, and so far, their schedule hasn't been a cupcake either. I think out of all the undefeated teams in the county, I think Eau Gallie has the strongest strength of schedule. That's not a sure fact. That's just I'm pretty sure. And here's the kickoff, and we're underway. It's going to be a little squib kick, and it's going to be scooped up and returned here by the Scorps up the middle of the field just past the 20. And that's all to go for Satellite as he gets tripped up on the return. Number 28, that's Noah Flores, who, rarely makes it easy to go down, but on that one, Eau Gallie got to him there as he had to kind of turn around to pick that one up, gave Eau Gallie a chance on kick coverage to go get Flores. And now it's 1st down and 10, Satellite at their own 23.5-yard line here. As we get set to go, and this is where you're going to see it, that Eau Gallie defense led by guys like Brandon Brown and Xavier Larice versus the Satellite offense and taking the field. And that's interesting. Number 5 is the quarterback here. That is Tristan White, who we saw them go with at the end of the Vieira game that led them to win. Then they went back to Rayful last week, and they beat Melbourne. Tristan White coming back here to start the game against Eau Gallie as Satellite still looking to figure out their full-time quarterback. It seems like trips far side. White's going to drop back to throw. Pump fakes. Throws it deep. Has a man with a step. It's caught over into Eau Gallie territory on the opening play of the game as Tristan White finds Eric Wiesa, his leading receiver on the season, for a big 1st down and a gain of about 30 to open the game for the Scorpions.
Coverage there. You know what? I'm shocked they decided to go try to pick on A.J. Forehand first play of the game. That's a dangerous game they're playing.
And going deep ball early. I talked about that passing game is going to be if someone can take advantage. That could be a big factor. 1st and 10, Satellite at the Eau Gallie 47. Now Rayful's in the game, and that throw's incomplete as he hits the deck. So, yeah, it seems like Satellite may have different quarterbacks for different scenarios. Maybe if they're going deep, they like Tristan White, whereas Ethan Rayful may be their senior play caller that they like. But either way, now we've seen 2 quarterbacks in 2 plays for the Scorps. 2nd down and 10 coming up for Satellite at the Eau Gallie 47. Not even 30 seconds into this game, and it was a big 30-yard pass from Tristan White to Eric Wiesa that got him down into Eau Gallie territory on the opening play of the game. Rayful with one back. That is Logan Waite. Man in motion is Jaden Lamb. Rayful throws the little screen there to Logan Waite, and he's going to go down for a loss in there on that play. Number 14, Caden Davis, their leading tackler. And it's going to be 3rd down and long here for Satellite at the 50. It's going to be 3rd and 13.
Eau Gallie seems to be running that 3-3 base that Satellite likes to run. So, it's going to be interesting, the little chess match here going on between these two, these two squads.
Yeah, it's never a bad thing as a team to see a team line up in your defense. It's a strong defense, but also you kind of have that edge of knowing possibly how to bypass it. 3rd down and 13 on the opening drive. Satellite handoff up the middle. Noah Flores cutting back. And he's going to go down after a gain of about 6 or 7. That one, I don't know where he grabbed him. It looked like from up here, maybe snagged the face mask. No flag, so it doesn't matter. But it was a high grab there. No penalties on the field.
Robert Hugger was one of the first big men to make contact, number 73.
And there you saw Noah Flores for the first time. And Eau Gallie counters it well. He picked up about 8 yards, but it's not going to matter as Satellite will bring out the punt unit here on the opening drive with about 10-15 to play in the first quarter.
Look, defense is one of your strong suits. Flip the field, and hopefully you can put them deep and let your defense go to work.
And that punt's going to go right to the sideline. They got to avoid Xavier Larice at all costs. As I was talking to Satellite kicker specifically today, Caleb Garner, and he was saying they've talked about avoiding Larice on those kickoffs. Here was a punt, but he's arguably the most lethal kick returner in this county. Maybe only guy you could argue with would be Noah Flores as well, but Xavier Larice, someone that Satellite is going to be avoiding special teams-wise tonight as we see the Eau Gallie offense take the field now for the first time, led by quarterback Maury Crooms this season. And we're looking to see, we saw it out of Satellite going deep early. We'll see if Eau Gallie with their two backs of Tay Welch and Delvonte Williams stick to the run game. They're going to motion Larice out of the backfield. It's going to be empty set to open the game. They're going deep straight to Larice. The defender falls down. I think there's the flag. He grabbed his ankle on the way by, and that's like a desperation play to try and make sure the refs don't see it, but the ball was overthrown. You didn't need to do that. Uncoverage was Caden Johnson on Xavier Larice, and although Larice had a step and he did stumble down, the ball was overthrown. That wasn't a necessary play, and it's a tough one there, as that's going to be a big penalty on the opening play. There's Eau Gallie tries to replicate what Satellite did, throwing it down the sideline, and just overthrown, but a pass interference penalty here on the Scorps. That's a free 15 for Eau Gallie.
But also I feel also that was a last-minute grab there by Satellite Corner saying, I'll take the 15 yards. I'm not going to give up touchdown first play.
That is true. I mean, he didn't know the ball was overthrown. That's a good point. He didn't know that. But at some point you have to make a decision. What's worth it? Taking the 15 and hoping, As here's going to be the toss for the first time, running the ball with Eau Gallie. There's going to be a flag in. That's only going to be a gain of 2 on the carry by Latavius Welch. It's going to be a hold on Eau Gallie, so they're going to lose 10 yards that they just got there on a holding penalty, and that's going to be a game between two solid running teams. Those holding calls are going to be crucial. We've seen it in plenty of games. We always say it. Those can be drive killers. When you got a run-heavy offense, that can take away your whole running game if you're getting pushed back 10 yards every time. First down and 20 now for Eau Gallie at their own 29-yard line.
Kinta Williams on the Eau Gallie offensive line has just checked out of the game. So I believe he plays that right guard position.
Trips far side once again for Eau Gallie. Handoff up the gut. Going nowhere as Satellite flies in there. I think the leader on that tackle was Scotty Siemens. And that's going to make it second and longer now for Eau Gallie. There's a good play by Satellite's defense. They know how to anticipate that running game. Their defense runs the 3-3 stack. Coach Brian Helton, a defensive mind, the former defensive coordinator at Merritt Island before taking this job up now in his second season. And, that was a good job. They knew to look out for the ball carrier there and close off the edge, and they did it well there for a loss of about 3. Second down and 23 for Eau Gallie at their own 26. Once again, trips far side. One receiver very close to the offensive line. Tries to get the hard count there. Nobody moves. Satellite showing blitz here. They're going to bring it, and they hand it off again. Tay Welch cutting up the field. Welch trying to break free. One man to beat. And Flores slows him down. He's tackled by Morgan Davis, but that's a big run by Tay Welch. First down, Eau Gallie, as that one's a gain of about 35. First down, Eau Gallie.
Beautiful jobs being able to slip out of tackles, getting skinny, and then accelerating. And a touchdown-saving tackle there, like you said, by Noah Flores.
Flores slowed him up. Morgan Davis finished the job off there for Satellite. And, if you can't make the tackle, the least you can do is slow him down there, because Welch was probably a step away from the house. And
easy.
That's a close one there. As now we're going to see Mari Crooms come off the field for Eau Gallie. Their other quarterback coming in is Brody Grantland. As another team here we've seen play a few different quarterbacks. We've seen Brody Grantland. We've seen Jay Latson as well in the spring game, I believe it was. First down and 10 for Eau Gallie. Handoff up the middle again to Tay Welch, and he's going to get stuffed to the line of scrimmage. And that's the stark contrast what we've seen by his, I believe, 3 carries now. He's been stuffed at the line twice, and then that third one, that outlier, I guess, went big for a gain of 35, and that's what you can get. A team can expect a rush, but then it's up to that running back and the offensive line to make those big plays, and that one Satellite breaks through for no gain.
First score update from Donnie Reber, 7-0 Merritt Island over Holy Trinity.
That game I'm very interested in. So far, I think 2 of the most surprising teams. Titusville up 13-0 over Palm Bay.
Ooh.
Those are the 2 games that aren't being broadcast at the Brevard Sports Center tonight that I'm most interested in, outside of our big 3 of Eau Gallie, Satellite, Orange Park, Melbourne, and Vieira and MCC. Second down and 10. Play fake. Mari Crooms back in the game. He lets one fly. It's bobbled. What a catch. If he hauled it in, and he does. Great play by Mari Crooms to TJ Robinson. That one on the fingertips. He balls it back to himself and comes down with it. Good play. Still a solid throw. Hit him in the hands regardless, and Robinson hauls it in for a big gain as they're knocking on the door of that Natwick red zone. First down and 10, Eau Gallie at the satellite 22. It's in the range of about a 20-yard pass there.
Beautiful post down the seam there and came up with an excellent catch.
First down and 10, Eau Gallie at the satellite 22, under 7 minutes to play here in the first quarter. First down, Crooms hands off up the middle, bouncing it outside. That's Tay Welch again, and he's going to go down quickly to that satellite front. That's good defense again by satellite. Here comes Xavier Larice on the field. You got to watch that. Actually, that on the carry, that time it was Delvonte Williams. Mistake the 7 for a 1. And it's going to make it second down and 10 once again. I mean, they faced second down and third down and longs on this whole drive, but it's really been, those third down plays where satellite has kind of broken a little bit there on the big plays. Actually, last set of downs, it was second down. So they've been good on first down defensively. Man in motion out of the backfield. That's Larice again. Nobody on him. Throwing over the middle, wide open, and he's in. Touchdown, Eau Gallie with a 23-yard touchdown pass from Mari Crooms to number 18. Makai Biggs for the score. And the Eau Gallie Commodores come out throwing the ball, and they get it in uncovered for Biggs there. And that's a 23-yard opening drive touchdown for the Eau Gallie Commodores. With 5:55 to play in the first quarter, 6 pending the extra point. Now nothing for Eau Gallie. What did I say? The pass game's going to be something to watch. I think that might have been almost tipped. And the kick is up. It is good for the extra point. And with 5:55 to go in the first quarter here from Commodores Stadium, 7-0 in favor of the home team, the Eau Gallie Commodores, on a 23-yard connection from Jamari Crooms to Makai Biggs for the touchdown.
And look, some of those throws were in tight windows there.
Yeah.
And just excellent job of Eau Gallie. You said Crooms caught that.
Crooms threw it. Biggs caught it for the touchdown.
Crooms made some nice throws in that drive.
Yeah, that one he was wide open, but there were still DBs swarming around where the ball was headed to go. Big score update on the Brevard Sports Network. Melbourne 10, Orange Park 7 as the Bulldogs looking for their first win of the Jordan Padala era at quarterback over there, as Hunter Turner graduated last season. And now it's Jordan Padala as they're 0-3 to start the season. In their first game branching out of Brevard County.
Let's go,
First team they're playing.
Let's go, Melbourne. Let's bring one home for the county.
I believe Orange Park was the team they defeated last season.
You know, look, Heritage last night in a tough, exciting one.
Yeah,
fell to Oviedo. That game was done right here on the Brevard Sports Network.
Yeah, we'll give the full breakdown, obviously, on the walk-ons post-game show, but yeah, that's a tough loss for Heritage. It's one they'll learn from a lot. Their defense shutting out the first 3. They let up 42 points in that one, so there'll be a lot to break down there. You want to tune in. That's the walk-ons post-game show, but yeah, tough loss for Heritage last night in a great 8-man rivalry game. Merritt Island Christian holds on in a fourth quarter charge to beat Calvary Chapel 26-20. And here comes another kickoff for Eau Gallie. That one towards the sideline. They do not kick it to Noah Flores this time, and he'll get it up just past the 25. That was Caden Johnson on the return for Satellite. And that'll make it first down and 10 score. So their opening drive, their opening play, they went for a gain of 30 on a pass from Tristan White to Eric Wiesa, but then after that, the Eau Gallie defense stood tall and stopped them on third down, forcing a punt on the opening drive. So we'll see what Satellite comes out in here and what they're favoring.
I'd like to welcome the Flores family watching from Guam. It amazes me when BSN goes international like that. When you have a Coco game on, Jim Williams watching from South Korea.
Yeah. First down and 10. Satellite starting at their own 28-yard line on this drive. One back here. Man in motion. They'll play fake. Rayful over the middle on the slant. It's broken up. Good coverage there by Eau Gallie diagnosing the slant. That's Jay Latson on Tristan White. Number 5 on number 5. And that's one, if you dive a little early and miss that, there was no deep safety on that one. If White hauls that in and he breaks your tackle, that's a touchdown. That was a good RPO by Satellite, but even better defense by Jay Latson to force the incompletion.
Latson got his hand just enough in there to disrupt that one.
2nd down and 10. Handoff up the middle for Satellite, and he's going to go nowhere on that one. That Eau Gallie front is dangerous, and they're running right at him, testing him early with there's Logan Wade again on the carry, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Brandon Brown was the defensive lineman to bring down their back.
Brandon Brown, I believe, a 4-star there on that defensive front for the Eau Gallie Commodores. They're leading us. Their sack leader this season, Brandon Brown. 3rd down and 10. Satellite toss to the outside. There goes Noah Flores around the edge. Flores with speed. He's going to get him right up near the 1st down line to gain it. They had to drop the marker there as he was coming in. And let's see what they give him. I think it's going to be 4th and short. Yeah, 4th down and about 3. They'll mark it for Satellite now on the 3rd down toss to Noah Flores. It seems like they're using him as a good 3rd down back. And normally a 3rd down back, you got a big guy run up the gut, get you those yards. But for Flores, it's the opposite. It's an elusive guy that they think can break the play on 3rd down. As Satellite's going to be forced to punt on their 2nd drive as well here to start from Eau Gallie. On 4th down and 3, it's 4th and short, but stuck in your own territory, trailing early. Not going to take the risk. As low snap, punt. I think that ball was tipped.
It was.
It's going to go out of bounds. That one, luckily, it was only tipped there for Satellite, but that's still going to force a bad punt there off, I believe it was Markel Gowans on the tip there. He was one of the 3 or 4 guys that flew through the line to go get a hand on it. And that's only going to end up being about a 10, 15-yard punt. So Eau Gallie with great field position off the tip punt. It's going to be 1st and 10 Eau Gallie at the Satellite 40. As we'd like to thank our first sponsor of the night, Natwick Insurance. The Natwick Insurance team is ready to help with your home insurance and any other personal or commercial insurance needs you may have. I'll give you the rest of the information on them in a minute, but you can get a free quote online at www.natwickinsurance.com or call them at 321-735-0381. 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Eau Gallie, and now they take over 1st and 10 at the Satellite 40. Mari Crooms in the shotgun here, 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. 1 back, 2 receivers either side, man in motion. Crooms dropping, going deep again, has a man with a step, and it's Noah Flores undercutting the ball there for the interception. And great field position for Eau Gallie. They try and go deep, had a man with a step on Flores, but it's an underthrow, and Flores cuts it perfectly for the interception. And the Satellite defense picks up the first turnover of the night.
Excellent job. Look, we talked in the pre-show. The athleticism that kid has is unbelievable. Again, I understand that ball was underthrown. I understand that. But
he adjusted before the receiver, though.
Yes.
He was ready to cut back. The receiver there, he had to step on Flores, which is, it's hard to do. He had the separation, but Crooms, I think, pressure bearing down, just didn't get the right loft on the ball. Satellite is going to be pinned at their own 10, but you love that turnover forced by the defense. 1st and 10, Scorps at their own 10. Wait in motion. Rayful throws a quick little wheel route. That could have been dangerous as they're going to run it ahead back to the original line of scrimmage. I believe that was Noah Flores. That one was dangerous because I think the way the wheel route went, it was a backwards pass officially. And when he kind of lofted that one up there, that could have been a backwards pass in the end zone if he drops it, which wouldn't be incomplete. It's a loss of 1.
Jay Latson came down from his corner position to make that play, cutting back inside. Another score update, Vieira up over MCC 14-7.
That's a big game. Throwing down the middle of the field. It's intercepted right back. And Eau Gallie's got a chance to return it. He'll be brought down, but interception back-to-back here between Satellite and Eau Gallie. That's Jay Latson, who's been great in coverage so far. And he gets one to put Eau Gallie right back in better field position that they threw their interception. That ball just seemed like overthrown, maybe a miscommunication on the route. It seemed like the route kind of stopped under that ball, and it floated right to Latson, who was playing deep there on that one. And now an interception the other way as back-to-back turnovers for these teams with 4:20 to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 Eau Gallie at the Satellite 29. So they get gifted a chance by that defense to send Crooms back out there with the offense and get another shot with great field position.
Rockledge up 14-0 over the Bayside Bears. The offense for Rockledge seems to have woke up.
Yeah, they put up a big win last week against Vieira, 59 points. There's a toss to Tay Welch. Welch trying to get around the edge. Good blocks. He's going to bounce out after a gain of about 3. That's going to make it 2nd and 7 for Eau Gallie at the Satellite 26-yard line. This is about the range where they threw that touchdown pass on the opening drive to score. So Satellite's got to be weary of the passes. Eau Gallie's showing that they're willing to do it, as well as their usual running attack.
Thank you, Gabe Cartwright, for the kind words.
Second down and 8 coming now for Eau Gallie at the Satellite 27-yard line here. 4:14 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Commodores. Crooms. There's some movement up front. Satellite pointing at Eau Gallie. Eau Gallie not pointing at anybody. So I'm going to guess it was Eau Gallie on this one. That's going to be a false start on the Commodores, and that's going to back them up for 2nd down and 13. It's a tough one there. It's rare you don't see the fingers of conflict back and forth. If a team ever doesn't start pointing at the other one, they know they've done it.
And that's usually, all right, are you going to admit to it? Okay, because, I mean, we know you moved.
2nd down and 13. 2 receivers either way. Blitz coming by Satellite. Crooms flushed out of the pocket. Stepping up, he's going to tuck it and run. He'll get some yards trying to cut back. Satellite slings him out of bounds after he gets the penalty yards back. Well, not even all of them. It's going to be a gain of about 3. That's going to make it 3rd and 10. Coming for Eau Gallie on the scramble by Crooms.
Number 4 for the Scorpions.
Scotty Siemens.
Escorting Crooms out of bounds.
Yeah, he almost cut back there right at the sideline. Looks like he's just going to run out like quarterbacks do, try to surprise him and cut back, but Siemens got him at the waist and slung him out of bounds, which is exactly what you want to do defensively. 3rd down and 11 for Eau Gallie at the Satellite 30. Under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. As we'll see what they go. They go trips far side. A lot of times they've passed out of this set. You got to watch it. Satellite defense preparing for the pass. 3rd and 11. Crooms will pass. Blitz unblocked off the edge. They don't get the sack. Crooms underneath. It's tipped away. Good coverage by Satellite number 10 to just get a hand on it. That's Joseph Smith. As Satellite had an unblocked man flying in there. He just missed the sack on Crooms, and luckily they break it up. And it's 4th and 11.
That was Siemens. Siemens came flying in from that backer position. Again, that's the thing about the 3-3 stack is you can bring pressure, and they can show it one way and bring it another, or they can, there's so many ways you can attack from this 3-3 stack, and I know this from listening to Logan talk about. It's one of Logan's favorite defenses to talk about, and the way Satellite executes it is absolutely unreal.
Yeah, on that one, Eau Gallie's got a good offensive line, but Satellite just, they're blitzing enough guys to know that they can get one free there while knowing they got to cover a pass. Eau Gallie just out of field goal range, it seems like, but not in enough range to punt, so it's 4th and 11. The Commodores offense staying out on the field, and they're going to go for it here on this 3rd drive. 1st drive, touchdown. 2nd drive, interception, and we're going to have whistles here. Timeout. Number 1 of the half for Eau Gallie, still with 3:33 to go in the first quarter. And the Commodores on top, 7-0. Now we'll finish thanking our great sponsor, Natwick Insurance. As Natwick Insurance team is ready to help with your home insurance and any other personal or commercial insurance needs you may have. Natwick Insurance, Inc. is a trusted choice, independent insurance agency that provides insurance solutions with personal service. Natwick Insurance Agency is blessed to serve Satellite Beach and the surrounding Florida communities by protecting the people they work with, just like they protect their own family. If you're not thrilled with your current insurance, contact Natwick Insurance today. How can we help you today? Get a free quote online at www.natwickinsurance.com or call them at 321-735-0301. I'd like to thank our other big sponsors of the night. Just give a little shout out to them. BlackRock Engineering and Technology, Solutions Property Management, Zone 6 and the Zone 6 Reapers as well. So we'll give you more information on them in a little bit, but for now we'd like to thank them for supporting.
I'd like to give a shout out to a former football teammate of mine, Dahari Thomas, former Rockledge Raider, tuning into the broadcast.
Big one coming up here, 4th and 11 for Eau Gallie at the Satellite 30 off the interception by Jay Latson. Satellite showing blitz, man in motion, Eau Gallie. Crooms drops back, blitz off the backside, and that's going to be a big sack on 4th down, and Satellite's going to force a turnover on downs. That's their leading tackler, Atticus Henderson, unblocked off the backside that time, as Satellite was showing a bigger blitz near side. Henderson not seen by Crooms till it was too late, and that's a big sack by Satellite, and that'll make it 1st and 10 Scorps at their own 43.
It was a delayed blitz. He showed as if he was going to blitz, kind of stood up as he was going to drop back into coverage, and then hit the gap. Beautifully designed.
Because Satellite was showing it near side. That's why Eau Gallie brings the man across. That's not a fake jet sweep. That's another blocker or a man to slow him up. And they left, I guess, either if it was planned or not, Henderson recognized there wasn't enough over there, hit it, and that's a big sack to force a turnover on downs. Back-to-back good plays defensively by Satellite. Last drive, though, interception. So as we got whistles flagged down, stop the play. Most likely going to mean it's a false start. Yes, it is. So now it's 1st and 15, Satellite at their own 35. 3:27 to go in the first. Still 7-0 Eau Gallie, but outside of that opening drive. We have
another score update. Titusville 13-0 over Palm Bay.
That one holding its score from our last score update. As again, we talked about those two big defenses. They've held strong early on with 2 turnovers already, 1 each, plus now a turnover on downs. 1st and 15, though, for Satellite. Their own 35. Rayful throwing on a quick screen. Eau Gallie flying in on it, and he's just getting carried back.
Ooh.
And it's a good play by Emmanuel Small. Good job also keeping that.
Yeah.
Keeping him on, just holding him in the air, not slamming him. That could be 15 yards on the official's discretion there. I'll be interested to see where they mark it because he carried him back a good 30 yards. It won't be a loss of 30. So we'll see where they whistled it. It's just going to be a loss of, seems like a loss of about 5 more. So it's 2nd and 20, Satellite. They're on 30. Still a huge loss there by Emmanuel Small, diagnosing the screen there to Jaden Lamb. Satellite, besides that big opening pass early, after that interception, now kind of thrown underneath. Logan Waite trying to turn it upfield, and Eau Gallie, that's 5 guys on him immediately as that front starting to get through here for Eau Gallie. That's going to be a loss of 1 more. 3rd down and 3rd and 21 for Eau Gallie at their own 29. 2.5 minutes to play in the opening quarter as Eau Gallie's defense standing strong early.
Brendan Brown was in there to make the tackle again, was at least the first one to make contact and wrap up Waite.
Brown, the 4-star defender there for the Commodores this season. They're leading, their sack leader. Got plenty of tackles as well. 3rd down and 21 for Satellite at their own 29. It's 5 wide here for the Scorps. They pull Flores. Now it's 4 and 1. Now for Ethan Rayful. Lets one fly, and it's tipped. And if it wasn't tipped, that could have been another interception by Jay Latson. He is not happy with Xavier Larice because Larice got a hand on it trying to look like OBJ on that one, and it just gets tipped over Latson, who is sliding to get under it. But I think you'll take it if you're Eau Gallie. I know you want that interception if you're Jay Latson, but now they'll be punting right to about where that interception would have died because he would have been sliding down. So it's frustrating, but you'll take it. Because now Larice is lined up about where that interception would have fallen. Is Satellite going to punt for the 3rd time tonight? As neither of them have gone to Xavier Larice. And that's the plan for Satellite. 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. 7-0 Commodores. As this is going to be another punt for Satellite. Last time they got a hand on it. This one, a great punt. Endo spiraling, and Larice will take a fair catch at the 30 as that's a booming punt. About a 41-yard punt there by Satellite. And that'll set up Eau Gallie's offense again. The first 3 drives. Touchdown, interception, turnover on down. So Satellite's defense has come through with 2 stops after that opening drive touchdown. So that'll be interesting to see what Eau Gallie comes out with. Satellite's done a solid job against the run game. The pass game got going early. Since then, they've adapted as well. Again, we predicted the defensive game. That wasn't a shock. But, both teams holding up well there. But Eau Gallie, that opening drive touchdown was definitely a crucial one.
I'd like to give a shout-out to Tom Bracken, one of the best, if not the best, photographer. He's a photographer for the Cocoa Tigers and a great friend to Brevard Sports Network.
Trips near side for Eau Gallie. No receiver. Split the other way. Satellite loading the box, bringing the heat on Tay Welch, who's going to squirt out. 1 man to beat. It's a foot race, and he's going to go all the way. As I was talking about the running game, and Eau Gallie takes it to the house. Tay Welch is going to go 70 yards, no flags. And Eau Gallie with a big touchdown run, and that's a con of running a blitz on a run like that because there's nobody to stop Tay Welch. The only guy chasing him was Mitchell Barton, and Welch turned on the Jets, and that was all she wrote on that one. That's a 70-yard touchdown for Eau Gallie to jump ahead by 2 scores with 1:43 to go still in the first quarter.
Listen, you and I got a chance to watch Welch in the spring game, and we said back then he looked like he was going to be a difference maker for this offense.
70-yard touchdown run by Tay Welch, and here comes the extra point again by Eau Gallie. I'm going to guess kick is no good there. I thought he slowed down thinking there was a whistle because I don't think he put all his power into that one.
No,
that was interesting.
He definitely didn't. He slowed down thinking he heard a whistle, and it wasn't.
Play through the whistle though, and that's going to be a missed extra point by Eau Gallie. He just kind of tipped it off his offensive line, and that was an odd one because Satellite's blitz didn't look full force either. I don't know where this, seems like heard whistle came from, but regardless. Kick is no good, and it's 13-0 Eau Gallie. But, I thought Satellite was really holding that run game well, so that's not what you want to see for the Scorps, a big play like that, but that's the problem with selling out a blitz even on a run is just the fact that if he gets that hole, that offensive line holds you down, that's all it takes, and that's a tough one to let go, but, Tay Welch gets past that defensive line. That's a guy that's going to go all the way. I believe he was the one earlier in this game, Caleb, that was the one step away from going if, so that's the second one where he's gotten through the second level even, and almost his second big touchdown of the night, but it is his first. And now Eau Gallie kickoff from the near hash. That's interesting placement, but it's a good kickoff. Nevertheless, end over end, going to bounce down and be returned here by Satellite, number 13. Trying to cut back. He's got to go north-south here. He's not going to get past the 20 on that one. That's number 13 on the return, Amir Tucker. And, I understand wanting to try and find somewhere side to side, but after about a good 5 jukes, you got to just churn and burn on that one. And it's only going to be returned about 5 yards. So first down and 10, Satellite at their own 19-yard line. Not great field position here. On their opening drives, we've seen 3 punts and an interception for Satellite. So we got to see them move the ball here. It is still the first quarter. You got a lot of game to play. Your defense has shown, some good job getting Eau Gallie off the field, but offensively, you got to turn that into some first downs and points down the way. They got a solid kicker in Caleb Garner, who can kick. I think his max is about 45, which is solid for high school. But you got to move the ball down the field to get at least to be even talking about that territory. As that run by Noah Flores goes nowhere, that I think might have been a loss. Yeah, a loss of about 3. It's going to be 2nd and 13.
Marco Gowans slinging him to the ground there.
1:20 to play in the first and counting. That's 13-0 Eau Gallie with the lead here. Merritt Island 17-0 now over Holy Trinity as Melbourne looking to advance a 4-0. Those are 2 of the best quarterbacks in the county this year, and Sean Hartman from Merritt Island and Brogan McNabb, who's just an all-around offensive player. He's the leading rusher in this county, Caleb. 343 yards, 8 touchdowns on the ground. And he's top 5 passing as well. Actually, he's top 2. He's second. As the throw over the middle slant is hauled in. He's got some room to run down the sideline. That's going to be a first down for Satellite on a quick slant. Turned into a big play by number 0, Nayland Nager-Giles. On the play there, I believe that was number 0, but there is a flag down.
Actually, it should be number 8. Well, I can't tell
yeah, because it's Creasy. The only reason I went 0 is because he's listed as a wide receiver. Atticus Henderson listed as an outside linebacker.
All right, then let's go with the guy listed as a wide receiver.
Nah, it's 8. I see it on the front. So that's Atticus Henderson on the slant for a big play. He's had some good defensive plays. Goes and gets himself a good slant there for a big gain. As Coach Sands talking to the officials on this one. Flag on the far side of the field here, which if it's anything like a holding, if it was over there, that's out of the course of the game. So we're going to have to see what the call is here. I'd be interested. Coach Sands still giving his thoughts, but they're moving the chains. So I'm still looking for the White Hats call on this one. There's a big first down play from Ethan Rafel to Atticus Henderson for the first down. They're still marching Satellite forward. This is a penalty on Eau Gallie. Coach Sands is talking to a Satellite player. Satellite player is just listening in intently. No, he's talking to Coach Sands. Huh. Well, I don't know if you saw him make the call. I didn't see the call, but regardless, it's first down Satellite on a slant from Ethan Rafel to number 8, Atticus Henderson, for a big first down by the Scorps. And honestly, it seems like the passing game's been better off for him here early on, whether that's Tristan White. The flag's waved off. There you go. That makes more sense. Under a minute to play.
No wonder we didn't see a call.
Yeah. Well, I saw him move forward, but, that's just the yards they gain on the slant. First and 10, Satellite, man in motion here. And they fake the give to him. Rafel blitz coming hard. He takes a big hit, but he gets the throw off to Henderson again, who will get a gain of about 2 or 3 there as Rafel got drilled. He stood in the pocket, delivered a good throw there, and it's going to be second down and about 7 coming up. 20 seconds to play here in the first quarter. 13-0 Eau Gallie with the lead. Rockledge up 21-0 over Bayside as the Raiders look to win 2 in a row here in Brevard County. I got to say, out of Rockledge, I love what I saw with them last week. I've seen, some comments about that game versus Duncanville across not just Brevard County community, Texas as well. That was a game that Rockledge got the chance to go play Duncanville. That wasn't something that they were going in there trying to, they wanted to go out there and play that game for themselves. And that was a game, and I think they've come back and play well. I don't like seeing all the kind of disrespect towards Rockledge from playing Duncanville. So I'm glad they're coming back and playing good football. As we have the end of our first quarter here from Eau Gallie High School as the Commodores leading 13-0 on a 23-yard touchdown pass from Mari Crooms to Makai Biggs, and then a 70-yard touchdown run by Tay Welch. I'd like to thank our long list of sponsors: Kel Clean, Global Polygraph Analysis, Solutions Property Management, Archaic Design, Connect Sports Fundraising and Consulting, BlackRock Engineering Technology, Zone 6 and the Zone 6 Reapers, EG Kicks, Beachway Volleyball Club, Best Private Investigations, and Uber Zadi. Also tonight, our head sponsor, Natwick Insurance. And also make sure to tune in to the Walk-Ons post-game show after all of tonight's action. You can come watch live if you want. If you would like, if you're a player or coach, you can come get interviewed. It's a good time always over there at Walk-Ons, and that's where we will be set up after tonight's games.
Out there on that back porch.
Yeah, it looks nice. It does out there at Walk-Ons in Vieira. Second down and about 5 now for Satellite at their own 40-yard line. Rafel drops, quick look, throwing deep over the top. It's overthrown there. Is that one? It might have been like a zig route because it looked like he was coming in on a slant, and then Rafel lofted it, and he had to take off. So I don't know if that was kind of meant to be a throwaway, maybe just kind of lofted as the blitz was coming, but it was overthrown, looking for Tristan White on that one. The only problem I'm seeing with Rafel right now is he is kind of looking down. He's staring down the receivers a little bit much. He's getting the snap and looking right at who he wants to throw at, which he has 1 interception right now, but Eau Gallie's defense is going to pick up on that. Trust me, if I have, they probably already have. Third down and 5. They're going to go with the toss here to Noah Flores, and he's not going to be able to get out of the backfield. That's going to be a loss of 4 there. Great defense. And there's a flag after the play, and that might be 15 yards because I saw a Satellite player go flying. As I don't know if there's something that instigated it, but if not, I think that's going to be on Eau Gallie. On a late penalty there because I saw Logan Waite go flying after Flores was already on the ground. And this could be a first down after the play. Yep, personal foul, Eau Gallie, and that's an unforced error there and something that just didn't have to happen on what would have been a loss of 5. I think now will be his first down for Satellite.
Look, again, and right now this is driving Coach Sands crazy.
Yeah.
The undisciplined play that didn't need to happen.
That's first down.
Your defense got themselves a great stop there. We're probably going to force Satellite to punt, and now you're extending the drive for Satellite.
So instead of 4th down and 14, it's 1st down and 10. Satellite at the stripe of the 50-yard line as Rafel takes the field. As off the 15-yard penalty by Eau Gallie there, gives Satellite the first. As Rafel in the gun. 2 receivers far side, 1 actually 2 near, 2 far. As well, Eau Gallie going to bring it. Rafel on a keeper there on a read option, and I don't think either way he went was clear. But he opts to keep it for a loss of 2. And it's 2nd down and 12 now for Satellite at their own 48.
As he attempted to keep it, he was staring down at number 73, Robert Hugger, who was just right there in his face to greet him in the backfield.
Yeah, I think either way, if he hands it or keeps it, there wasn't really a lot of daylight there, and I think whatever he saw closed up pretty quick.
Celebration over Space Coast 12-0.
And Vieira over MCC 20-7, as this could be Vieira's first win since October 14th of 2021. That's going to be a handoff up the middle by Noah Flores for a loss of about 2. And, you know, for the Vieira program, it's a long time coming. They've been through a lot on the field, and, you know, this is going to be a well-deserved win if they come out and get it. For MCC and Coach Nate Hooks, they're not going to roll over in this one either. This one's going to be a 4-quarter football game, so that one will be interesting. That is on the Brevard Sports Network. Alan Stolderzinski and Anthony Knockreiner on the call. And so 27 is the lead for the Vieira Hawks. And that last win was against the St. Cloud Bulldogs back in 2021. That's Coach Sands upset about something here. I don't think necessarily at the officials. I think he's telling his team. I don't know. He hasn't been settled all night up and down the sideline. He's visibly uncomfortable. And we got whistles here. Flag looking like Eau Gallie's side.
And look, Satellite's thanking their stars that there was a whistle there because Emmanuel Small was coming. And he can do some damage.
Yep.
The kid can hit, and he can lace
him. He was the one that picked up the runner and carried him back.
Yeah.
With ease earlier on in this one. So, yeah, there's a flag on Eau Gallie's side. It's waved off. So, yeah, Satellite just kind of get a lucky break there. 3rd down and 11 coming up for the Scorps at their own 49. As I think Sands is upset with the officials on this one. 3rd down and long for Satellite. Eau Gallie showing blitz. They bring the heat. Flag down, unblocked off the edge, throwing just a little low for his receiver over the middle. Had him. And it's incomplete looking for Atticus Henderson, but we're going to have a flag on the field. I think it's going to be moving Satellite forward. I think it may be an offsides on the blitzer that was coming near side as he cheated up a little. Maybe I'm incorrect.
It's called against Satellite.
No, it's just declined, so I'm incorrect. So the penalties decline, an incomplete pass. It's 4th down and 11. Is Satellite going to punt, I believe? Well, let me see what they decide here. I mean, they're in no man's land. They're between the 40s. Again, it's considered no man's land where you'll see some teams just go for it. I think they're going to take a moment. Nope. They will bring the punt team out here for the 4th time tonight. Back to punt is number 69. Zachary Radawi. And with 9:35 to go in the 2nd quarter now, it's 13-0 Eau Gallie. Satellite going to have to punt again. As they got just up to the 50-yard line, Eau Gallie stood it up. Radawi punt spiraling towards Larice. And he is going to return this one. And Satellite, no, he breaks free. Bouncing to the near side. And he's going to go down at the 20 as he almost broke out there. And Satellite keeps him contained there. So good kick coverage by the Scorps on Xavier Larice. And it's 1st down and 10 Eau Gallie at their own 20.
Larice caught a lucky bounce there. That ball was stripped out. That ball
that's what I thought. It looked like he was looking at the ground. Yeah, that could have been bad.
Ball was stripped out, and luckily it bounced, and when it bounced right back into his chest.
That's funny because, like, throughout college, NFL, and high school this year, I've seen that happen a lot of times where teams have just gotten lucky with the bounce of these balls. 9:24 to go in the 2nd quarter. 1st down and 10, Eau Gallie at their own 20. The last drive, it was a 70-yard touchdown run by Tay Welch to get him back in the end zone for the 2nd time. And now they're starting at their own 20-yard line. Maury Crooms in the gun with Delvonte Williams this time as his back. 3 receivers to the near side here. They like running the trips, whether they're throwing or running. And Crooms going to fake the toss. Blitz coming off the edge. Throwing. It was in the hands. Bobbled incomplete. Looking for Makai Biggs, and he had him over the shoulder. And it's bobbled off his chest and incomplete. That could have been a big play is where he was. That would have been a gain of 25, but it's incomplete. Good throw by Crooms over the shoulder, but it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10 now for Eau Gallie at their own 20.
Number 11 there on the coverage. Excellent coverage there.
Mitchell Barton. 2nd down and 10 coming for Eau Gallie at their own 20. Again, this drive sponsored by Natwick Insurance Group. Now into halftime. Titusville up 13 to nothing over Titusville, or over Palm Bay rather. I think they've held that lead since early in the game. Handoff to Delvonte William. He goes down immediately for a loss. As there's going to be some extracurricular there. No flags.
No, look, I like that no call. The final push didn't come till after that final whistle. The players played through the whistle, and they were pushing back and forth on each other. So if you're going to throw the flag on one, you would have had to throw the flag on the other. Good, no flag pull, but
for both of the coaches,
right.
Keep your players in check. Let the other team do it.
Exactly, and look, even if you're the ref, you say, "Hey guys, calm down."
Yep. 3rd down and 11. Eau Gallie at their own 19-yard line. Satellite's defense trying to make a stand here midway through the second quarter. Satellite stacking the box on this one. As Eau Gallie trips far near side. Crooms drops, blitz coming hard, finds his man underneath. It's caught. Big streaking down the sideline back to the middle of the field. He'll be in Satellite territory as he missed him on the one earlier as it was bobbling and dropped. But that time, Makai Biggs comes up big for a gain of about 35. 1st down, Eau Gallie. And, we haven't, shown up on the stat sheet. Biggs hasn't been the leading receiver this season, but after tonight, I think he might be, as he's had a good game already here, as Crooms and him have had a connection. Biggs already with a touchdown tonight.
Satellite got caught there. They showed pressure, but then I went and watched it back on the delay of our feed. They dropped a bunch of guys back into coverage, but they just got beat off the line.
That's why I was surprised they were showing that big of a blitz when I was pretty sure that Eau Gallie was going to come out passing there.
Great decision and great,
Yeah, Eau Gallie, the quick slant. Works out well. 1st down and 10, Eau Gallie now at the Satellite 45. Crooms will pass it again. Lofting one over the middle. He has him. Past 2 defenders. All the way. Touchdown, Eau Gallie. 45 yards from Maury Crooms to T.J. Robinson. As that one for a moment looked scary with 2 defenders right there. They get caught ball watching, and he lofts it over the top for a 45-yard touchdown. And, Maury Crooms having himself a night. 2 touchdowns in the first half.
Look, we said this one's going to come down to which offense can explode, and right now...
I mentioned that passing game specifically. Who could exploit it? And that's what Eau Gallie's done. And that one, again, that's defense. That's ball watching. That was a 2-on-1 by Satellite. They both see the ball go up, turn around, get flat-footed. And Crooms already had the vision of Robinson shooting through. 45-yard low snap kick. No good again there by number 33, Alex Maldonado. As that one another awkward-looking kick there, as I don't know if it was tipped or not, but that's the second failed conversion in a row for Eau Gallie. They lead it 19-0 with 7:41 to go here in the first half, as the Commodores coming up big here offensively as their defense playing very strong.
Defense is playing strong. Again, like I said, that passing game has come alive for Eau Gallie. And look, we see a pattern with Satellite. They'll have this weird first half where they can't seem to get anything going. They go into halftime, and I don't know what's in the words that Coach Helton says, but Coach Helton seems to light a fire under anyone and everyone.
No, I know Coach Helton, he'll get his guys fired up, but he'll tell them the truth how it is. And, Coach Helton, I talked to him about the Vieira game specifically. I think the game that you're most directly referencing, the second half charge, and he laid into him. He said the paint might have been peeling in that imaginary locker room, as he let them know what they needed to do, and they went out and did it. So, but right now you got to make sure you kind of slow this one down a little bit here. Still 7:40 to go in the half. Eau Gallie already leading 19-0. That's 3 touchdowns, 19-0. Satellite offense, they've been able to move the ball on big plays. I think you've got to get a sustained drive here, move down the field, not really slow down at any point going down the field. Is this going to be a little pooch kick bouncing down here for Eau Gallie? It's going to be scooped up by Satellite. And, again, just going to get stuck behind his blockers, brought down at their own 20. Again, for Satellite, I think they just got to go on these returns. They got to scoop it up and just run. They're slowing down, trying to follow their blocks. That's great to follow your blocks, but it's a direct following to the point where, you're dancing back and forth and not going anywhere. And Eau Gallie's kick coverage is quick. So for Satellite on these kick returns, they got to speed them up a little bit.
Well, and if you're the blockers, if you're noticing that tendency, someone on that coaching staff's got to say, hey, guys, just get out there and go find work.
Yep. Completely agree on that one. And now we'll see Satellite come back out on offense. As first down and 10, Satellite at their own 24-yard line. As dropping back, blitz coming. He's going to step up, tuck it, and run. Cuts back, breaks a tackle. And that's a quarterback keeper there by Ethan Rafel. That one, again, you just got to commit to running that ball. I think he was kind of deciding if he was going to throw until he crossed that line of scrimmage, and then he kind of sped up a little bit. He broke a tackle. He gets him a good 5, though, so it's second down and 5 for Satellite at their own 29-yard line.
For someone who asked in the chat, yes. We will leave the mics unmuted as long as they play no music. We will broadcast the homecoming court ceremony. And
second down and 5. Satellite at their own 29-yard line. I formation. Rafel fakes the give to the fullback. Handoff up the gut. No Gallie not faked at all on that one. That's going to be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it third down and 6 for Satellite at their own 28-yard line. You have to see what the Scorps draw up here. Still 6.5 minutes to go before halftime. You really want to get a drive here that moves down the field.
Emmanuel Small there, first in to make contact and bring down the back.
Third down and 6 for Satellite at their own 28-yard line. As Rafel will head under center again. I formation once again. One receiver only either side. Looking to be a run play here on 3rd and 6. Nope, it's a pass. Rafel, quick throw, batting around, intercepted! Oh, what a play by Eau Gallie! Number 14 doing it all, Caden Davis with the interception as he first batted it and then bobbled it and dived to the ground to get under it. And Caden Davis with the interception for the Eau Gallie Commodores. That's their leading tackler, but he goes out and gets the second interception of the night for Eau Gallie. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Commodores at the Satellite 23 as we have an officials timeout, 6:07 to go in the second quarter, 19-0 Eau Gallie. What a play there, swatting, getting right in the face of Rafel, batting it down, then following that ball to the ground for the interception. Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsor. Go give a shout out here to Zone 6 and the Zone 6 Reapers with a shared vision from those around the community. Zone 6 was formally incorporated as a nonprofit organization in January of 2021. Zone 6 coaches have mentored youth student athletes from all over Brevard County in various sports. Zone 6 prides itself on providing student athletes a chance to build lifelong friendships, receive high-level coaching, and experience new opportunities in a fun and safe environment. To register for more information, please visit the website www.z6reapers.com, or you can visit their social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which can be found at Zone 6 Reapers. I'd like to thank all of our other great sponsors: Kel Clean, Global Polygraph Analysis, Solutions Property Management, Archaic Design Inc., Connect Sports Consulting, BlackRock Engineering Tech, and many others. First down and 10, Eau Gallie off the interception by Caden Davis at the Satellite 23-yard line, knocking on the door of the Natwick Insurance red zone. Split backs here with Crooms. Turns, gives, keeps. Throws to Welch out of the backfield, and he's going to spin himself down for a loss. And that time they'll get Eau Gallie for the penalty, as it's, again, just going too much there after the play. And we saw him not throw the penalty before, this time on a different player. They are, and that's stuff you just can't be doing.
It's going to be number 73, Robert Hugger.
And, yeah, we'll see the official call here, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be on the Commodores. As after the whistle was blown, he threw a tough pancake block on a defender. And it was going to be a big loss anyway for Welch as he spun himself down there on a little wheel route on the play fake. We wait the call from the officials here. He's going to start. Well, they'll start marching him back, so it's going to be on Eau Gallie, and I think it's going to be a personal foul as well. So, once again, just a little bit too much after the play and just things that can be avoided for the Commodores, and Coach Sands will tell them that. I guarantee you at halftime. No doubt about it. Under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. It's first down and about 20 now for Eau Gallie at the Satellite 33. That's a 10-yard penalty, so maybe they call holding. That I don't know, but considering it's 10 yards, that is my guess. First down and 20, Eau Gallie at the Satellite 33-yard line now. Crooms in the gun, one back. 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. Commodores with a 19-0 lead. Crooms keeps. There's a flag down, high ball. It's hauled in, breaks a tackle. Streaking down inside the 10 was number 10, Josh Roberts. There's a flag down on the far side. It's to be a false start on Eau Gallie, so all of that for nothing for the Commodores. That's going to back them up near for first down and 25. As that whole play really could have been whistled dead at the jump, but they let them play out, and it would have been a big gain for Eau Gallie, but it's a false start, which erases all of it. That's going to make it first and 25 now for Eau Gallie, back at their own 30, at the Satellite 37-yard line, which they started off that interception at the Satellite 23, and now they're at the Satellite 48, or 38. Still, first and 25 for Eau Gallie, 5:21 to go in the second quarter. Xavier Reese checking in the game for Delvonte Williams here. Satellite's done a good job containing Larice so far. But, you know, it's always got to watch him offensively. First down and 25, Eau Gallie at the Satellite 38-yard line. Trips far side. Crooms and Crooms and Tay Welch in the backfield. First and 25, Satellite showing the blitz again. Only one deep safety. They move Larice out of the backfield. Crooms blitz coming hard, stepping up. He's got room to run. Tucks it, cuts back up the middle. Maury Crooms down the sideline. Good blocking. Touchdown, Eau Gallie. Maury Crooms for the 38-yard keeper for his third touchdown of the first half. What a play. Great blocking. Touchdown, Eau Gallie.
That was a great block there by number 15, Brody Grantland.
And that's those wide receiver blocks on the edge. That's what gets you the touchdown. The offensive lineman can't ramble. That's going to be an eligible man downfield. If they do, then it comes down to the receivers to block out front. And Crooms hit every gap perfectly on that run. He's an athletic quarterback, and he goes 38 yards all the way in for the touchdown. And Eau Gallie pending the extra point, up 25-0. His third of the first half.
And look, Grantland did exactly what they teach you. Got low, came up,
Didn't hold, just kept driving.
Right, exactly.
And Eau Gallie's going to stay out and go for two. I think it's the right call off of 2 missed extra points already. And this one, try and switch it up. So Eau Gallie going for 2. Maury Crooms. Handoff up the middle, diving his way in. He's got it, and it's good. On the carry up the middle by Delvonte Williams. And it's 27-0 Eau Gallie here in the first half as Satellite putting a lot on the shoulders of their defense, and that Bendon's starting to chip away a little. As with 4:33 to go in the first half, it's 27-0 in favor of the Eau Gallie Commodores. Got some score updates here. Or so I thought.
That's why we don't pay you to think.
Here 26, MCC 7. That's what I was looking for. As Eau Gallie will kick off once again here. The Scorpion. What I'm looking for Satellite on this return, catch it and run. So Eau Gallie gets set to kick off. 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. They lead 27-0 in a big performance here by Eau Gallie. You got to watch out tomorrow as well for our first Super 7s releasing here on the Brevard Sports Network. Not tomorrow, Sunday. Where you're going to have to see where teams like Eau Gallie are going to fare. I think they're I'm not going to spoil anything, but they're definitely going to be in my top 4. And, you know, with things like Heritage last night losing, and, you know, we're going to have to see where those teams fall. Satellite going to return it back from their own 10-yard line. Good running up the middle here. He's going to get pushed back, but he got up forward progress about to the 27. And see what they did last time. He just took it and run. And that's what I was looking for, and that's what Satellite does. Simple fix, no big deal, but you get a lot of extra yards on the return when normally they were stopped at the 20. That one gets up to about the 20, about the 30 they'll mark it. So that's a solid return by Satellite, a 20-yard return by number 13, Amir Tucker.
Again, coming up here at halftime, we will, as long as there's no music playing in the background, we will let you listen and watch the homecoming court proceedings at half.
Actually, now I remember the score update I was looking for. Melbourne leading Orange Park at halftime, 13-7.
Let's go Bulldogs.
You know, that's a tough team. That's always a big squad at Orange Park, but Melbourne coming through offensively with the lead early on and looking for their first win of 2023. First down and 10, Satellite at their own 30. Ethan Rafel drops, throws a slant, undercut nearly picked by Xavier Larice. And then there's a flag in the backfield. That can either be a hold or possibly a roughing the passer. Didn't look at it. It is the hold option, which is not what Satellite wants to see. And that's what you got to. That's why we talk so much about Xavier Larice, because that ball was dead to rights on the ground, and he nearly got his forearms under it and pop it back up into his arms. Incomplete, but a holding penalty make it 1st and 20 for Satellite at their own 20. And again, Rafel staring down the slant. That's something you just got to limit. You got to. I mean, you can tell he wants those slant passes. He likes it, but you got to look elsewhere first. Even act like that you're going to throw it somewhere else, pump fake maybe, and then turn back. But staring it down, that's when Larice comes crashing from the safety position and makes a play happen. You're lucky it falls incomplete. 1st and 20, Satellite at their own 20. Rafel drops, rolling out right. Blitz coming hard, and he's going to go down, sacked by Markel Gowans for a loss of about 4 more, and that's going to make it 2nd and 24 for Satellite at their own 16-yard line. As they're getting pushed farther and farther back here. 4 minutes to go in the first half. 27-0 Eau Gallie. 4 touchdowns, 3 credit to Mari Crooms, 1 for Tay Welch. 2nd down and 24. Handoff up the middle for Satellite, and he has swallowed up quickly for no gain. 3rd and 24 for Satellite. And I know they like the underneath passes. They like the runs on their 3rd down to Noah Flores. I think you got to throw this one a little bit deeper. I don't care if that makes Tristan White come in to throw it, but they went deep on the first play, got a big chunk yard of 30. You want to get a good drive set up here. I think if you're Satellite, try and go for a deeper pass here and see what happens. Or they play conservative, but I just don't think down by this much in the first half, you need to keep playing conservative. So 3rd and 24 for Satellite at their own 16. Rafel in the gun, man in motion. It's a keeper. Rafel the other side fakes the jet sweep. He'll get brought down after a solid carry, but that's just a play that's really 9 times out of 10 not going to get you a gain of 30. It's a solid gain, but not a first down. 4th and long. Satellite will be forced to punt here once again deep inside their own territory. And they've had 1 punt tipped. You got to be careful on this one, especially this deep in your own territory when Eau Gallie's bringing the heat on these kickoffs or the punts. 4th and long for Satellite at their own 23. 2.5 minutes to play. It's 4th and 17. Back to punt again, Zachary Radawi. And that one got a lot more space. He's got a good spiral punt when he gets it off clean. Here's going to be a return by Eau Gallie. And trying to spin back. Satellite will bring him down, but they're going to start in Satellite territory at the Scorps 45 there on the return by Xavier Larice for about a gain of 15. 1st and 10 Eau Gallie at the Satellite 45. I'd like to once again thank our head sponsor, Natwick Insurance. Natwick Insurance seems ready to help with your home insurance and any other personal or commercial insurance needs you may have. Natwick Insurance Inc. is a trusted choice, independent insurance agency that provides insurance solutions with personal service. Natwick Insurance Agency is blessed to serve Satellite Beach and the surrounding Florida communities by protecting the people they work with, just like they protect their own family. If you're not thrilled with your current insurance, contact Natwick Insurance today online at www.natwickinsurance.com for a free quote or call them at 321-735-0381. 1st down and 10, Eau Gallie at the Satellite 45 here with good field position. 2:15 to go in the first half. They lead at 27-0. As Crooms hands off right up the middle to Tay Welch. He's only going to get a gain about 2 there. Good stop by Satellite. So gain of about 1 or 2 there by Welch. 2nd down and 8 for Eau Gallie at the Satellite 43. Halftime, Rockledge leads Bayside 21-0. 20-0 the lead for Merritt Island over Holy Trinity in a highly anticipated matchup where Merritt Island kind of flexing their muscles in that one. Trying to advance to 4-0. Second down and 8 for Eau Gallie at the Satellite 43. Second and 8. They go for a quick toss here. Tay Welch trying to get around the edge. He cuts upfield. Tay Welch breaking tackles inside the 30. Still fighting. What a run by Tay Welch, breaking multiple tackles, and that's going to be a gain of about 15. First down and 10. Eau Gallie to the Satellite 25. More of a gain of 18 there by Tay Welch. A hard charging run there for the first down. They got a great split backfield here at Eau Gallie, but I got to say, I think Tay Welch has solidified himself as the lead back here. Delvonte Williams doing a fantastic job as well, but Welch tonight absolutely running hard. Had a 70-yard touchdown, and he's been their go-to. First down and 10, Eau Gallie at the Satellite 25-yard line. 1 minute to play here in the opening half. Crooms throws a screen wide open on the far side. Cuts back. Good move inside the 10 here. A flag at the end of the play, though. And this will be interesting. He broke a good tackle there. That's Dawson Barbero, number 6 on the play. And the reception broke a good tackle there immediately after he called it in. As we got a flag down. With 50 seconds to go, the clock stops in the first half. I think both teams have, I think Eau Gallie has 2 timeouts. Satellite still has 3. But I think Eau Gallie is just trying to get last score here and take it into half, where they will receive the opening kickoff of the second half. So,
and it's a face mask called.
Oof, that's a big one. Getting down inside the 10. It's going to be half distance to the goal. First down and goal, Eau Gallie at the Satellite 6-yard line. 50 seconds to play in the half. Eau Gallie trying to punch one more in before we head to halftime, which for once will not be absolutely nothing. First down and goal, Eau Gallie. Maury Crooms, play fake. Blitz coming hard. Crooms flushed out. He's got to make a decision, and he gets drilled from behind for a huge sack by Satellite, trying to get the number. He hasn't looked at us yet. That's going to be Atticus Henderson on the sack on the backside. Crooms shed one, didn't get the other, and we got a timeout on the field here with 28 seconds to go in the half. It's going to be second and goal, Eau Gallie. Back at the Satellite 14. That one's a loss of about 8 on the play by Henderson. And that's one, if you're Crooms, you just got to take one and throw it away or find somebody, because he knew the pressure was there and he just did not make a decision quick enough.
Look, and happen to hear the coordinator up top up here. It seemed like there was a miscommunication between, either player to coach or coordinator to coordinator down of what the play call was, and press box went shaking.
Second down and goal coming up for Eau Gallie at the Satellite 14. 28 seconds to go in the first half. I think with that timeout, Eau Gallie has 1 remaining here in the half. So second and goal for Eau Gallie at the Satellite 14. The big sack there by Atticus Henderson, who's had a good game tonight offensively and defensively for Satellite. Their leading tackler on the season. Split backs. They move Emmanuel Small out of the backfield. Play fake again. Blitz coming hard. Crooms stepping up. Back-to-back sacks by the Satellite defense, trying to get what's not anymore a goal line stand. And I think that was, again, Atticus Henderson. Back-to-back sacks for the Scorps. And that, I think, should be Eau Gallie's last time out of the half here with 21 seconds to play. And it's 27-0 Eau Gallie. But they got third and goal now, backed up at the Satellite, outside of the red zone now, to the Satellite 23, it looks like, because that's a big loss by Atticus Henderson. And the blitz, Satellite's bringing it, and it is working. Now it's going to be third and long.
I mean, that if you're Crooms, you've got to make a decision.
There's 3 real choices. You see someone open, you throw it. B, you tuck it and run. C, you throw it away.
Right.
And he chose D, which is sit and take one, and that's happened on back-to-back plays.
Yes.
I understand a backside blitz you don't see, but these are coming right at him, and you've got to be quicker to make that play. Back-to-back sacks on the same sort of design here by Satellite. Got to be ready.
I was saying, there is no shame in throwing it out the back of the end zone,
Yeah, I mean, if you're like 1st and 10 at your own 10, yeah, you want to try and move the ball a little, but you're you were at first and second and goal. You have field position on your side. Now it's third and goal. Eau Gallie outside the 20 at the Satellite 22. Empty set, 4 receivers to the near side for Mari Crooms. 21 seconds to go in the half. Now, great time, great pass blocking. Throwing underneath just through the hands of his receiver, Makai Biggs, who was open on the slant over the middle. Incomplete, and now it's 4th and goal. Eau Gallie at the Satellite 22 here with 16 seconds to go in the half. And that's when you had the great pass protection. You got to hit him in the hands there, and it's incomplete.
Well, the receiver had a shot at it.
Definitely.
It
wasn't a bad throw.
It literally just went through his hands.
Yeah, that's true. I did say that.
So, and that's when you're talking. This is an opportunity Eau Gallie has to really step on the throat.
Yeah, you could score here before half, take it right out of half. This is a big opportunity.
Right.
Satellite trying to make a big stand. 16 seconds to go in the half. Eau Gallie going for it. 4th and goal at the 22. Mari Crooms throws one over the top. It's incomplete, overthrown. What would have been in the end zone to T.J. Robinson. And for the second time tonight, it's a turnover on downs for Eau Gallie. This one, though, it was a 4th and goal. 2 sacks by Atticus Henderson. Sets them back, and the Satellite defense comes up big here with 12 seconds to go in the first half. They'll take back over on offense.
That's when it's going to. You got to have a little more touch and throw him open into the end zone. He's got his defender beat by a step and a half. Throw him the rest of the way open into the end zone and allow your guy to go make a play.
So we'll see what Satellite decides to do here. I would think, even though they're not getting the ball after half, just try and run it into halftime. Not risk giving Eau Gallie great field position for another play. But we'll see what they do. As we're going to have whistles here. And
timeout.
It has to be Satellite. Eau Gallie doesn't have any more. Timeout Satellite, 12 seconds to go. The clock still stopped here in the first half. It's 27-0 Eau Gallie. Satellite getting the ball back off a big stop. Once again, I'd like to thank another one of our great sponsors here on the Brevard Sports Network. That would be BlackRock Engineering and Technology, and their team of cybersecurity, software, network engineers, and strategic leaders are direct. They do not shy away from providing you with what they think will work best for your organization. BlackRock is a certified, service-stable, veteran-owned small business as well as a minority-owned business. BlackRock will collaborate with you. They will challenge traditional norms in order to orient an organization to a mindset of forward thinking in order to seize their vision quickly without the fluff and without wasted time. BlackRock offers clear direction complete with comprehensive solutions as your trusted advisor and a partner in your success. Where other companies only provide vague direction, BlackRock provides the engineering to give you tangible success. Find them online at www.blackengtech.com. Phone number is 321-428-3688. First down and 10, Satellite at their own 22 here. 12 seconds to go before halftime. We'll see what their game plan is. Eau Gallie, 2 deep safeties. Satellite is just going to hand off. Tristan White was the quarterback. Hand off to Logan Waite. And I don't think there's going to be any more timeouts taken by Satellite. So that'll take us to halftime as Eau Gallie players are going to be racing down. And the winner of that, as they race to the locker room here. And that'll be it for our first half at Eau Gallie as the Commodores offense. And a big first half by Mari Crooms with 3 touchdowns. Satellite defense trying to keep them in this one as we head to half. It's 27-0 Eau Gallie over Satellite. Stay with us at halftime for Eau Gallie's homecoming court ceremony.
basketball, Catherine Carter. Bowling is Jennifer Cirillo. Chorus, Madison Armstrong. Doc, Alyssa Byrne. Drama Club, Sadie Sims. EGHS Friends, Ashley Searle.
All these people. I don't know these people.
The football, it's Julia Davidson.
Is there bands? Let me know. Oh, it's your band.
JV cheerleading, Alexandria Morgan. Marching Commodores, Madison Hirsch. National Honor Society, Victoria Jenna. News Club, Queen runner-ups and homecoming queen. Remember, after the game, both bands will be performing, Commodores and the Scorpions.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Brevard Sports Network as We have I'm sorry, Coach. We have seen lightning and we've heard thunder, but it's far away.
We're still on for 30 seconds till second half here at Commodores Stadium. I would say a great first half at Amari Crooms. 3 touchdowns for him, 4 overall for the Commodores. They lead at 27-0 as Crooms passed 2, ran 1, along with Tay Welch going 70 yards to the house on another one. Satellite's defense was holding up strong early, but to be honest, Caleb, it's starting to slip out of reach. And like Logan Pettit said last week in the Rockledge VR game, sometimes teams can get into a feeding frenzy. You can't let that happen, and I feel like Satellite's on the verge of one, and they got to cut it off now. Offensively, they got to bring something new. They got to change something up here to get past the Eau Gallie defense. The run game just isn't working. They got to find a passing attack here that kind of shakes things up a little, in my opinion. I think their defense can hold tough, but I don't think that they can single-handedly bring them back into this game. The offense is going to have to step up. Eau Gallie's got a great defense. We all know that, but we're going to have to see them fight back through this one. We got some score updates. Orange Park 14, Melbourne 13. And a wire-to-wire game here on the Brevard Sports Network. Titusville 16, Palm Bay nothing. As the Terriers trying to pick up a big win over their district rival in the Palm Bay Pirates. As it is coming down, folks, the rain is here. But it's just rain. And football is one of pretty much every sport outside that rain doesn't stop play. So both teams have a good run game. So I think we're going to see them kind of switch, probably dial in on that for now. I mean, for Eau Gallie, you've seen Tay Welch have a great night, along with Delvonte Williams have a few good carries for Satellite. Noah Flores, Logan Waite have been their lead backs there. With that, let's look at the stats for those backs overall this season. For Eau Gallie now coming into this game, Tay Welch with 193 yards, 2 touchdowns. Just by that 170-yard run alone, now he's up to 263 and 3 touchdowns. Along with Delvonte Williams with 199 yards and 3 touchdowns. For Satellite, Noah Flores, 141 yards, no touchdowns. Logan Waite, 76 yards, no touchdowns. So
now that's season, right? Okay.
Yeah, throughout the most updated stats I have through Max Preps, all 3 of the games these teams have played thus far. But yeah, Satellite's going to kick off to start the second half. The first kickoff we'll see them have, it'll be going to see what they go with here. I know they want to kick it away from Xavier Larice, so we'll see if they try and kick it shorter or just angle it towards a certain returner. So we'll see what the strategy is here for the Scorps. They kept away from Larice on most punts. A few he got a chance to return, but they did wrap him up and bring him down.
I will say the wind is going to affect this kick because
it's coming at us.
Yes.
So that's a westward wind coming off the ocean here.
And look, that flag out there, it's barely wavering, meaning that, like you said, it's a nice strong wind.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it gusting too. It'll go straight and then kind of get you can't really predict the wind when it's raining, when a storm's kind of on top of you. So, so most of the stands have cleared out. But some have stayed here. I'm going to say that I think a lot of them may have left in response to the lightning flash.
Yeah.
And may have not realized that we're all good.
Because listen, that was some bright lightning.
Yeah, well, the sky is pretty dark. You got nighttime plus cloud cover, no moon. And off to kick off for Satellite, Caleb Garner lining up and booting that one. That's going to be just a little line drive, bouncing kick down to Tay Welch, who's also a dangerous returner. Welch bouncing outside, going to try and get the corner. He breaks one. Welch cuts back, and he's going to make it up to the 40-yard line. The ball comes free, and Satellite recovers. And what a play by the Scorps, recovered by Alan Steffen. First down, Satellite, as Tay Welch coughs it up. And the Scorps come away with it with a wet football. And, that's going to be a factor no matter what. And, we see it on the first play with it as Tay Welch coughs it up. And the number 1 for Satellite, Alan Steffen, scoops it up. And the Scorps will start with great field position. First down and 10 at the Eau Gallie 41-yard line.
We called it, look, when it starts raining like that and you go from one's carrying a dry football to a wet one,
yeah,
it gets
That was also a
tricky
line drive kick that flew straight off the grass,
Yep.
whipped it up. And now Satellite, first down and 10 at the Eau Gallie 41. We'll see what the game plan is here for the Scorps in the second half. Handoff. Logan Wade up the middle. That's a gain of about 1 or 2 there on first. Not bad, not great. Good play by Eau Gallie's defense here as the rain continues to fall. 11 and a half to go, just starting the third quarter. 27-0 Eau Gallie with the advantage. But Satellite picks up the big fumble recovery there on the kickoff for their second turnover of the night. That one more of a special teams error, but that goes with an interception they got earlier. I formation, 2nd down and 8 for Satellite. Tristan White is the quarterback here in the second half, and I don't know where Logan Waite was trying to go on that one. He kind of ran right into where defenders were blitzing. I think he should have just stayed up the middle. Actually, that was Noah Flores, rather. Or no, I think that was Logan Waite. Either way, the back runs right into the front for Eau Gallie. Again, don't really know where they were going with that one. Maybe saw a hole and it closed up quick. That was Noah Flores.
Yep.
3rd down and 11 for Satellite at the Eau Gallie 43. Your special teams get you the ball in great field position. Satellite got to get a score out of this drive as it's 3rd and 11. I mean, despite the rain, you may have to, I don't know if it's worth it. The rain's coming down pretty hard. We'll see what they go with here. And it is going to be a handoff right at the middle. Logan Waite dropped for a loss of 3 there by number 20 on the stop for Eau Gallie, Brennan Brown. And now it's 4th down and 14, and Satellite getting great field position off the fumble recovery, but they're going to have to punt it right back. And you got to watch the punts in this wet weather as well, as things can get a little bit hectic, as it is really coming down out there. Number 7 to punt for Satellite, Brady Ferris. This will be his first punt of the night, as it's been up to Zachary Radawi so far tonight. As there it is. Ferris barely gets it off. That's a good punt. And it goes straight out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 Eau Gallie at their own 25. So their defense comes up big there because they were supposed to start the second half of the ball. They fumble it away on the kickoff, and then their defense stuffs them, and they get it back right where they kind of would have, right around where they would have been if it were for that kickoff to stay how it was.
And Jackson, just a little. People can see it on the screen. The screen's gotten heavier.
It is raining hard out there, and hey, football's a sport that's rain or shine. And these boys are probably practicing the rain. They know what to do here. Eau Gallie with 2 top 10 running backs in the county yards wise, in Tay Welch and Delvonte Williams. So they're well equipped to play in the rain. But we'll see how Satellite responds. Also, I mean, Mari Crooms has had a good night running the football. 38-yard rushing touchdown for him as well. 1st down and 10 Eau Gallie. At their own 26, handoff to the left side. He's going to get driven back. Good defense by Satellite there on Delvonte Williams. And that's going to make it 2nd down and long. And these are the times we're thankful that we're broadcasting from a booth. Not a roof, not the stands. As we make sure we can stay dry in this one. As this cell, I mean, we thought it was kind of over before the game, and well, Mother Nature spun back for round 2 here and coming out of halftime. Good stop by Satellite defensively. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 11. 2nd down and 11 for Eau Gallie. It's going to be another handoff to Delvonte Williams up the middle. He's stuffed again as Satellite's defense. Good adjusting here, realizing that the run game is going to be where Eau Gallie's looking. And that's going to be another loss. It's about 3rd and 13 now for Eau Gallie. Great defense by the Scorps here with 8:48 to go and counting in the 3rd quarter. It's 27-0 Eau Gallie as the Scorps trying to get a stop here to get the ball back.
We got a score update from Astronaut New Smyrna Beach. Astronaut 2-0. Folks, we promise you, that's football.
Yeah.
This is not
that's a defensive game, and War Eagles trying to get their first win this season and under their new head coach.
Logan Halleck.
Yep. As here they go, 3rd down and long for Eau Gallie. Handoff, Tay Welch getting around the edge. Welch will not be able to break the tackle. He'll pick up 3, but Satellite stuffs him back to the original line of scrimmage. So the Scorps stand tall there on that drive, and it's going to be 4th down and 10 and a punt coming for Eau Gallie. As you know, that's a big stop for Satellite, as big of a stop as it was for Eau Gallie. You know, the drive before.
Celebration 19, Space Coast 0.
That's going to be a tough one for Space Coast here because that's a game I think they can fight back into. But, that's a game you really want to see a win. There's the punt. Awkward. Gets away with a good spiral. Bobbled and received. Here comes a return by Satellite around the edge, and he's going to get just up to the Eau Gallie 41 on the return by Amir Tucker. And Satellite will take over again for their second drive of the second half. I'd like to thank our head sponsor again for tonight, Natwick Insurance. Natwick Insurance team is ready to help with your home insurance and any other personal or commercial insurance needs you may have. Natwick Insurance, Inc. is a trusted choice, independent insurance agency that provides insurance solutions with personal service. Natwick Insurance Agency is blessed to serve Satellite Beach and the surrounding Florida communities by protecting the people they work with just like they protect their own family. If you're not thrilled with your current insurance, contact Natwick Insurance today. The information down there at the bottom of your screen. First down and 10, Satellite at the Eau Gallie 40 as they take back over after forcing the punt. Rain's still falling heavily here at Commodores Stadium. First down and 10. Scorps at the Eau Gallie 40. Handoff. Trying to bounce it outside. Noah Flores, and there's nowhere to go. They're trying to rip that wet ball out. They're not going to be able to, but they'll just stop the forward progression there and whistle them dead. And trying to get around the outside there, and there's just nowhere to go. The protection for Satellite just isn't holding long enough to really get around the edge right now, and that's a big loss. That's going to be a loss of 4. Second and 14, Satellite, or actually they'll move the marker for. That's more of about a second and 12 at the Eau Gallie 42-yard line. Under 7 minutes of play here in the third quarter. It's all running the balls, so the clock has ran the whole way pretty much. As play fake, blitz coming hard on Tristan White. That's a huge sack. That's almost a loss of 20 yards as Tristan White gets thrown back there by Emmanuel Small for a massive loss. I mean, they're only going to mark him for a loss of 14, but that's still a huge loss as it's third and forever for the Scorps.
Oh, only a loss of 13 or 14, Jackson. Gosh, trying to make it 20. What gives you the right?
Satellite third and a trip back home to Beachside. And it's going to be a tough one. 6:15 to go in the third, and they got a big third down here to try and convert. Tristan White is going to line up in the gun again here as they tried to go out and pass here in the rain. They didn't even get the pass off. Third down and 24 here for Satellite. Third and 25. Tristan White in the gun. He'll drop back. Blitz coming immediately off the end. White tucks it. Tries to run it. Tristan White trying to get around the edge. He'll get it for a gain of about 4 here as there's a flag down at the side of the tackle. We'll see what that is on this one. Tristan White is Satellite's second leading rusher coming in this game above Logan Waite, only behind Noah Flores. He plays quarterback as well. He led them to that win over Vieira in the second half. He's coming in for Ethan Rafel. As the refs will have a conference here as both teams listen intently as there's a flag down on what would have been a third down stop by Eau Gallie. Personal foul on Satellite, so no, that's going to back them up a lot farther.
So here's what that call was. It looked like White left the ground. It doesn't matter if you're standing up. It doesn't matter if you're being dived at. Once you hurdle someone else, it's a safety penalty.
Yeah.
They don't want anybody hurdling anybody because as soon as you leave the ground.
Yeah, I think you're right, but
no,
it's a tough one.
Yeah.
So that's going to back Satellite up, and it's going to bring up fourth down and long here with 5:49 to go in the third. We got a timeout in play, and it is 27-0 Eau Gallie. Both defenses hanging tough here in the rain. I'd like to thank another one of our head sponsors here at the Brevard Sports Network, Solutions Property Management, located right here in Brevard County. Solutions Property Management would like to introduce themselves as a leading competitor in property management services. They have property managers that have over 16 years experience in this specialized field. Solutions Property Management maintains a disciplined relationship with their current tenants. However, they understand that a prompt service with compassion is also necessary to retain a healthy tenancy. You can find them at www.solutionsrentalsfl.com or at 321-684-7792. So fourth down and forever for Satellite as they're going to look to punt here, and Xavier Larice taking it back down the field and getting ready to return it. They've kicked it away from him most times. A few he's gotten able to return, but Satellite has been able to corral Xavier Larice pretty well tonight. I will give him credit for that. for sure. Both teams has. Noah Flores also, I mean, he's gotten the ball a few times on offense, but Eau Gallie, like, we talked a lot about these guys, but kudos to both defenses and special teams for corralling them and making it more of a play between the tackles. And now Satellite to punt. Again, you got to watch these punts in the rain. Eau Gallie's going to bring the heat. And the punt gets away nicely. It's a good spiral. And it's going to bounce down, take a little Satellite roll here. And the Scorpions will take over, or Eau Gallie will take over, rather. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line. 5:28. We got a flag down, actually. Hold on. As there's no Gallie player without a helmet. And now we're going to have to see what the outcome of this is going to be. There's actually no Gallie player down as well. There's a lot to unpack here, actually. Instead of just a down ball, we get a flag and a player down. As the officials will congregate here as we look to figure this out. 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And all I saw was an Eau Gallie player with his helmet off, so I don't know what transpired to get there, but possibly could have something to do with this. As referee still haven't made a call yet. The Eau Gallie player is up and walking off the field under his own power. That's what you want to see always. The official's still waiting to make the call, unless I missed it.
No?
I don't think I did. Nope, here we go. Dead ball, personal foul, face mask on Eau Gallie. Interesting. Nope. Satellite. That's weird because it was just a down football, so that had to be something. Well, yeah, that wasn't on the ball. It was nobody tackled by face mask, but the face mask was grabbed one way or another. I'm going to guess that's why a helmet was off for Eau Gallie.
Typically, that's
15 yards.
Typically, that's the illegal use of hands to the face, possibly.
Oh yeah, that's a good possibility.
That's what I think he meant to call, but he called a face mask.
That's more likely. First down and 10 now. Gallie at their own 40 after the penalty. Split backs with Crooms. Blitz coming for the Scorps. Hard coming in, and they're going to hit him immediately as he hands it off. He stayed up through one of them, but it's a tackle led there by number 79. That is Emery Williams with a big loss. Second down and 14 coming up for Eau Gallie at their own 36-yard line as they were ready for that, and he hit him right as he handed it off.
That was Josh Gannon coming in making the play.
Oh, good to know.
I may or may not have a...
Got it. All right. Great information there.
Satellite coaching staff awesomely letting us know of a jersey change.
That's great to know as always. Make sure we get the right name. As it's going to be second down and 14 for Eau Gallie at their own 36. 4.5 minutes to play here in the third. No scoring throughout this. You know, it's as Alan will say, it's a slobber knocker out there as it's going to be a little jet touch pass there. They'll get the yards they lost back, but nothing more there on a gain of 6 by Dawson Barbero. Flag down at the end of this one, though. And we'll have to see what the call is. Hold on Eau Gallie. So that's going to back them up here for second down and long. And it's going to be second and 24 now if it's accepted. So second and long for Eau Gallie back at their own 29-yard line. .4:14 to go in the third. Again, no scoring throughout the third quarter. Final. The game shortened due to an injury. That's not what you want to hear. We hope whoever that player is okay. But Rockledge defeats Bayside 21-0. Raiders advance to 2-2. Bayside falls to 0-4.
To the injured player, BSN sends out thoughts and prayers.
Neither of those teams deserve or need that to happen.
No, listen. I don't care what level of football you're watching. You never want to see an injury, especially a game stopping due to injury.
Yeah, which sound like was probably still in the third quarter, considering the score the same as it was at half. And oh, what a tackle by Satellite! And they're going to call a flag there.
and
I got to see.
No, that
okay, horse. Yeah, that's. I thought it was face mask. It was a tackle there by Joseph Smith. That's going to give Eau Gallie 15 yards, though, and a personal foul on a horse collar tackle there. Almost close. Yeah, I thought it was face mask. That's why I kind of sided with the player on that one. But I think, we grabbed him up there by the collar, and the official's better view, and that's what they call. So it's 15 yards. So Galli get a lot back that they had lost on penalty. And Vieira up over MCC, 47-7. Never want to jump the gun on a final, but I'll tell you, I think this may be the first Vieira Hawks win since 2021.
You're going out on a long branch, Jackson.
Yeah. That's big time, though, for that program, and they deserve to get that win. As Mari Kroom's going to keep it, and he's going to go down there for only a gain of 1, or about 2 there by Krooms on the keeper on about the read option there. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 13 for Eau Gallie at their own 37-yard. I was telling Caleb before the game, I like these uniforms for both these teams. I know Galli got the red and the gold on their helmets. They got a different alternate EG logo, which I think looks really nice. Satellite with a full whiteout, feeling like Penn State-esque with the red instead of blue. So I like the uniform matchup tonight for both these squads. I think the jerseys across the county have been pretty nice looking this season. 3rd down and long. They hand off to Tay Welch with split backs. Welch cutting up field. There's good blocks. Tay Welch around the edge, stumbling forward, and Welch is going to, I think he got the first.
I don't know.
It depends on if his foot went out before, but I think he ended up across that line. Big run there by Tay Welch on 3rd and long. And we'll see what they give him.
I'm going to say, I think they're spotting
4th
him.
and inches. Less than 1, or about 1.
Yeah.
4th and 1
I would say
for Eau Gallie.
A yard short there.
Yeah, there's too many bodies in front of him there. Couldn't see where his feet were spinning, but it looked like he might have crossed, but he does not. 4th and 1 for Eau Gallie, and a decision to make at their own 49. Timeout, Commodores. Their first of the half, as Coach Sands is going to want to get the play call right here. 2:46 to go in the 3rd. Commodores lead at 27-0, and they got a 4th and 1 coming up at their own 49. Soon to come as they take the timeout.
We'd like to thank all of our sponsors. But CalClean, Global Polygraph Analysis, Solutions Property Management, Archaic Designs, Kitchen and Bath, Zone 6, BlackRock Engineering and Technology, Connect Sports Fundraising, Zone 6, Best Private Investigation, Beach Wave Volleyball, and Uber Zadi.
And our head sponsor of the night, Natwick Insurance. 4th down and 1 coming for Eau Gallie. And they're going to go for it here at their own 49-yard lines. Mari Krooms and Delvonte Williams. Flag on the field. I have no idea what that could be for. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
On Eau Gallie.
Well, now it's punt, punt, punt. I have no idea what transpired there. I didn't see anything go on.
Well,
I don't know.
Now remember, you can get an unsportsmanlike for something being said.
That's true. Yeah, I can't see words.
No. Probably better for the broadcast that we can't see words.
Yeah. Not mic'd up yet.
We're not no. Let's be real. At the high school level, I'm not sure we want to mic players and or coaches up.
Yeah, not yet. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty before they even get to go for it on 4th and 1. So now Eau Gallie will punt the football backed up inside their own 40. So that's a tough break there on a really dead ball penalty there before they even got the snap off on a unsportsmanlike conduct. So it's going to be a punt formation for Eau Gallie now as Satellite's defense once again makes the stand here in the second half. Low snap, ball on the ground. He's got to make something out of it. Shedding 1 tackle, still running. And that's Xavier Larice. And he's going to get stuffed back at their own 25, and Satellite with great field position there on a blown punt. Larice was the punter, which I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's their usual punter. Maybe I'm wrong there, but either way, he tried to make something out of it, and Satellite's all over it. 1st down and 10, score up to the Eau Gallie 25. Now, they've gotten great field position multiple times in this game off things like that. I mean, that's a big turnover on downs now, and they'll take over in great field position, but the score has got to get a score on this board with 2.5 minutes to go in the 3rd. Merritt Island leading Holy Trinity in a statement game, 33-0. As the Merritt Island Mustangs are for real this season. Don't get that twisted as they're looking to advance to 4-0 with one of the best quarterback running back duos in the county with Sean Hartman Jr. and Kasim Ross, both top 5 in passing and rushing yards respectively, along with Ryder Veras, top 5 in receiving yards. So that offense is seriously something to look at this season. As dropping back is Ethan Rafel, all the time to throw, flushed out of the pocket. Rafel got to make a decision, lofts one up, has a man, and it is just short of the line to gain, but it is caught, not the line to gain, the end zone. First and goal, Satellite at the 1, as that's a 24-yard connection for the Scorps. As I can't tell who the receiver was, but I know Ethan Rafel lofted that one up. And it's a big catch to the 1-yard line. First and goal, Scorps at the 1 is once again the big punt, or not the big punt, the big play on the punt. Comes up to give Satellite the field position to set that up. And thank you in the comments. So Xavier Reese is their regular punter. I did not know that. Now I do. First down and goal, Satellite at the 1. Their best opportunity to score yet. Tristan White is the quarterback as they're stacking the box, both sides, offensively and defensively. As we're going to have whistles here before the play. And
timeout taken.
Timeout Satellite. I think that's their first of the half here with 1:56 to go in the third quarter. 27-0 Eau Gallie with the lead. Satellite trying to get a score on the board. And Palm Bay roaring back at 16-10. Titusville was 16-0. It's Palm Bay not going out without a fight.
Look, you never count out a Dan Burke.
No. They're a four-quarter team.
They are.
They're going to take every minute of that game up to play their game. It doesn't really matter how it's going. They're going to stick with it, and they're fighting back here against Titusville, which would be a big win to knock off the team that knocked them out last year. And John Holmes' first season at the helm in the playoffs in the Palm Bay Pirates, and they could come back in their first meeting back and knock them off. Josiah Allen, Jamarion Stevens, all those guys over on that offensive unit trying to open up the lead. We know they got a strong defense. Guys like Nate Lopez leading that group. After the timeout, first and goal, Satellite at the 1 here with under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. They need a score here off great field position, off a turnover on downs on a muffed punt. Man in motion, White gives to him on a jet sweep, diving towards the goal. I don't think he got in, as he's going to get stuffed short again as he kind of fell backwards there. That was Eric Wiesa on the jet sweep. And that's going to make it second and goal at the 1 for the Scorps.
Look, I get what Coach Helton's trying to do and what the offense is trying to do. However, you're on the 1-yard line.
Don't overthink it.
Right.
Yeah, I think you either bring a heavy set and stick White or Rafel under center and push him in, or QB sneak, or even just an I formation now they are in with a run up the middle.
The shortest distance between 2 points is straight ahead.
I formation here, handoff, blitz coming hard. Noah Flores goes down for a loss of 3, and now it's third and goal, Satellite at the 4. And I always question, I understand I formation on the goal line, but you got to bring it tighter in. There was a big gap to go hand that off. You got to have them one behind another where you're turning and just giving.
Well, and not only that, from an offensive lineman standpoint, those are half-inch splits.
Yeah.
I mean, you are foot to foot, shoot the gun, go.
And Eau Gallie's bringing all 11 pretty much. I mean, they may be leaving a few out on the edges, but not many. As the rain starting to subside a little, it is still coming down, but not near as much as it was earlier. So, third down and goal at the 4 for Satellite. Rafel to throw. Flushed out. Throwing curl tip, nearly intercepted. There's a flag down. That's going to be, I think, roughing the passer due to where the flag was thrown, and that should have been an interception in the end zone there for Eau Gallie, and that's a tough one to let slip through the hands. As that could have stopped Satellite in their tracks right there as Rafel throw through the hands of an Eau Gallie defender, but we do have a flag on the play, and it's on Eau Gallie. I didn't see the official call, but just judging on where the flag was tossed, I think that might be a roughing the passer. Now that new score update in our scoregami game of the week, New Smyrna Beach 8, Astronaut 2.
Come on.
I'm a little confused here. The flag on the play, I know it's half distance to the goal, but I mean, it seems like they only gave him 1 yard and it's still third, if it was roughing the passer. Third down and goal at the 3 for Satellite. White brings a man in motion. That's Wiesa. They fake to him. Tristan White trying to catch the edge. He's running too far back, and he's stuffed for a loss. And I think if White cuts it up a minute sooner, there was a lane into the end zone, but instead he tries to bounce it farther back, and that comes back to hurt him there for a loss, and that's going to bring up 4th and goal. Flag on the field. Hold on.
And Coach Sands is not.
This might be another on Eau Gallie. Personal foul, horse collar tackle on the Commodores. I think that's back-to-back personal fouls on Eau Gallie here, where they could have really put Satellite out of reach. Satellite, with these penalties, going to keep clawing back. And now it's 3rd and goal again at still the 2.5, 3 yard line. Now they've got a lot of chances to figure out what they want to do here. Satellite's got to punch this in. It's 4 down territory. I don't think you're going for a field goal whatsoever. Here with 14 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, Eau Gallie with a 3-score lead. Actually, a 4-score lead, actually. 3rd down and goal. Satellite after another Eau Gallie personal foul. And we'll see what the Scorps dial up this time. Still Tristan White, the quarterback. Logan Waite is the running back. As we're going to have whistles here, and that'll end our 3rd quarter here from Commodores Stadium. No score either way in the 3rd quarter. We head to a big 4th quarter coming up with Satellite with 3rd and goal as they trail at 27-0. Another score update, Orange Park 21, Melbourne 13. As the Bulldogs still looking to capture win number 1 of the season.
Look, and, we're going to go back and look at this one, but Eau Gallie had opportunities to put this one out of reach at the end of the first half, and then on that first or second drive of the second half.
Now a stop here at the goal line could, ease some of those, miscues there, but yeah, you do look back at some of those, but offensively they've been pretty stout, but, you got to see the opportunities that you had as well. There's 2 sides of every way to look at it. But for Eau Gallie, they've definitely had their real good and some of their not necessarily real bad, but just what could have been. But you're still leading 27-0. So
well, yes, but you have the opportunity to possibly send this game into a running clock to end the first half.
3rd down and goal. Satellite handoff. Logan Waite cuts it up and in. Touchdown Satellite as they get on the board on the first play of the 4th quarter as Logan Waite with his first touchdown of the season for Satellite on a 3-yard touchdown run after the Eau Gallie penalties keep them going. And Waite punches it in on 3rd and goal. And Satellite gets on the board. It's now 27-6. And we'll see if they go for 2 or send Garner out for the extra point. As Garner already out there on the field. Junior kicker they were missing, I believe, for the first few games of the season. I don't know how many, but I know he didn't play in week 1 as he got injured, a minor injury at gym class at school, I believe it was. So good to see Garner back out on the field here for Satellite, and I know that it's good to have a good kicker back for the Scorps. Is Garner lining up the extra point here? And let's make it 27-7. 5 seconds into the 4th quarter. Kick up and drills it for Caleb Garner, and the extra point is good. And it's all lightning strike. No word on any delays yet. And with 11:55 to go in this game, it's 27-7. Satellite gets on the board with a Logan Waite touchdown run. Vieira up over MCC, 53-7, as the Hawks are running up the score here. That one's over in the Brevard Sports Network. Alan Zarzinski and Anthony Knockreiner on that one. We also have Melbourne and Orange Park with Daryl Durand and I believe Billy Palmer over at Melbourne, as Orange Park holds the lead in that one as well as the BSN triple header. We actually had 5 games this week, as last night we had 2 great ones. Merritt Island Christian holding off Calvary Chapel 26-20, but the big game was Heritage falling to Oviedo on the road 42-35.
That was one that was, again, playing the what if. If you connect on a 60-yard touchdown pass, going into halftime, if you coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah. And then obviously the big play, fumbling at the inside the 5 and giving Oviedo the last score.
I feel bad for Tayshawn Benson there, because no one's harder on himself than is Tayshawn Benson.
Yeah. Well, Heritage look to bounce back off their first loss of the season. Satellite looking to kick off. It is Garner with the boot, and he kicks this one deep this time. Last time they squibbed it. Now it's going to be returned by Eau Gallie. Bouncing it, trying to get outside. That's Tay Welch. He fumbled on his last return, and he's going to be swallowed up at around their own 20. And there's a flag on the near side. They're going to get Eau Gallie. And I was watching that develop. Caden Davis, a little extracurriculars there with the kicker, and that's going to be on Eau Gallie. Another unforced error there. Again, unless something instigated it that I didn't see, but I did see the end of it, and when the flag was thrown, he held the kicker's leg down, and he was calling for it, and the flag was thrown, and that's another just, penalty that did not need to happen. And we'll see if that is the official call, but the flag was thrown right at it. And that's I want to say the third penalty Eau Gallie's had just after the play, extracurricular, nothing needed in a game like this where you have this big of a lead. Chris Sands pointing at Satellite, but unfortunately, Coach, I don't think you're going to get this one.
I mean, and look, two of those personal foul, after penalties.
Okay, I'm wrong. It's on Satellite. And I just don't know. I mean, unless I'm confused because despite whatever may have, I don't think really instigated, but I saw the end of the contact, which was, the kicker being driven back down by the leg. So I don't know what else transpired on that play, but I don't know how that's on the Scorpions from where the flag was thrown and what it was thrown on. So Eau Gallie gets 15.
Hold on. So they pointed the wrong direction is what happened.
No, the penalty was on Satellite, so it's 15 yards for Eau Gallie.
Okay.
I thought it was on Eau Gallie. Yeah, I don't know. So Eau Gallie gets 15. First down and 10, Commodores at their own 36. So 11:45 to go in the game. Eau Gallie with a 20-point lead. First and 10 at their own 36 following the 15-yard penalty. As the rain, I think, has stopped.
Yes.
And they'll go to throw. Crooms, quick slant, hauled in. And that's going to be a quick first down. Quick release by Crooms, finds his leading receiver this season, DJ Maltzby, for the first down on a gain of about 14. And it's first down and 10, Eau Gallie at the stripe of the 50-yard line. Catch theirs. That's, I believe, their first connection tonight to DJ Maltzby, his leading receiver. First down and 10. Eau Gallie at the 50. Remember, tune in after all our games concluded on the Brevard Sports Network tonight as we will go live from Walk-Ons in Vieira for the Walk-Ons post-game show. You can come out and view it live or watch it on the Brevard Sports Network. As well, we'll be outside on the new patio at Walk-Ons. First down and 10, Eau Gallie at the 50-yard line. Low snap, picked up by Crooms, handoff up the middle. He'll carry the defense forward for a 5 on first down. And that is something that you will take if you are Eau Gallie, no doubt about it.
You'll take 5 yards, and you'll take the clock continuing to move.
Delvonte Williams on the carry for 5. Actually, for 4. Second down and 6 for Eau Gallie at the Satellite 46. Second and 6 for Eau Gallie at the Satellite 46 here on a drive that could possibly, depending on how much time comes off the clock, could start the put away of this game for the Commodores. Satellite has made a lot of good stops, though, tonight in a lot of differing territories. They go for a toss here. Tay Welch running really far back right now, and that's just something. He ran 4 yards back, and Satellite was just there to meet him there, and that's a loss of 4. So it's third and 10, Eau Gallie at the 50, and he ran really wide on that toss. And so he's going to lose 4. On a big loss. Third down and 10 for Eau Gallie at the 50-yard line. Under 10 minutes to play. Commodores lead by 20. Each team, I think, only has 2 timeouts left as well. Something to think about later down the line as well. Specifically for Satellite with how the score is. Third down and 10, Eau Gallie at the 50. After the big gain from Crooms to Maltzby got him here. Satellite's been able to hold them down. Third down and 10. Blitz coming for the Scorps off the end. Unblocked, and he gets shed off. Crooms now with time. He's coming back on the backside. Oh, what a move by Crooms. Has all the time now to throw, and it goes through the receiver's hands. Looking for T.J. Robinson as Crooms. I don't know how he did that in the backfield. He looks like a Patrick Mahomes-esque back there on that one, shedding the defenders. And unfortunately, that wet ball or something has it slipped through Robinson's hands, and what could have been a first down on a miracle play by Crooms falls incomplete. It's 4th and 10. Eau Gallie to punt from the 50.
That's a horseshoe up your asses, boys. That's a horseshoe.
4th and 10, Eau Gallie getting set to punt. Their last punt, they didn't get it off at all as it was a broken play. Larice tried to save it, but they got stuffed for a big loss. So now Satellite forcing another stop here. Eau Gallie is scoreless in the second half. Something to keep in mind here as we go forward. 9:18 to play. And Eau Gallie's punting from the 50. 2 returners set back there for Satellite. High snap. Larice gets it off quickly. What a kick by Larice, and it's going to be taken and returned by Satellite. Cutting back, trying to bounce it outside. Satellite still running out just past the 30. The ball might have come out there. I think they're going to rule him down. There's a return by number 16, Jaden Lamb. And it's going to be first down Satellite here with 8:56 to go in this game. They trail by 20, but it is not over. If they can put together some solid drives here, integrate pass and run, the passing games where they've seen their big plays, so maybe they go back to it here. First down and 10. Satellite at their own 20-yard or 30-yard line. See if they can sustain a drive down the field, though. In their last one, it was just great field position that allowed them to get set up so quick into the end zone. They started at the Eau Gallie 26. Now they're back at their own 30. 2 receivers near side, 1 far, 1 back. Along with the quarterback back there is drop back, Rayful to throw. He's going to loft one up. The receiver fell, and luckily no interception there as number 17, A.J. Forehand, had it all to himself there, and it just flies over his head. And luckily, as the receiver slips on the route, Eric Wiesa, it's incomplete. It's 2nd and 10. And that is a lucky break if I've ever seen one for Satellite. As, one way or another, he slipped on. I think Wiesa wanted a penalty, but I think, honestly, the wet, and I think their feet just got tangled up. I don't think there was a push or anything. So I think it's a good no call by the officials. 2nd down and 10. Satellite at their own 30. 8:51 to play. Rayful drops, quick throw, and he's going to get drilled in the backfield for a loss. That's Logan Waite. And he gets lit up there by Caden Davis for a loss, and it's 3rd down and long for Satellite. As the screen passes and wheel routes just have not worked for Satellite tonight against the Eau Gallie front. 8.5 minutes to play. 3rd and 15 for Satellite. As we'll see what the Scorps draw up here. I'm expecting a pass probably over the middle, a little bit deeper than they've been going with recently. 3rd and 15, and I'm wrong entirely. It's a handoff up the middle, and that's just going to go nowhere. It's a gain about 1 or 2, and at this point in the game, you've got to be going for every first down you can get. And for Satellite there, I don't think the run up the middle was their best option, and that's a tough one, but that's a stop by Eau Gallie, and Satellite is going to send on the punt unit with under 8 minutes to play, trailing by 20. And, we'll see. They're trusting their defense, which is fair. They've shut out Eau Gallie in the second half. It's less of trusting your defense, though, and more of just time off the clock as it is continuing to tick. So we'll see how this one plays out. The punter for Satellite, Brady Ferris. He's had some good punts, and this one is going to get off. Great spiral on that punt. Going to be returned by Eau Gallie. Xavier Larice trying to get the corner. He throws a man down, trying to reverse field. Oh boy, Larice around the edge. Xavier Larice still running, cuts back. Larice all the way inside the 20-yard line. What a return by Xavier Larice. There is a flag on the field, though, as I saw a lot of bodies flying around out of the peripheral, as that was a return of 40 yards. But rarely on these returns, unfortunately, is there not a penalty along the way. And it's going to be a legal block in the back on Eau Gallie. 40-yard return, though, by Xavier Larice when it looked like he was dead to rights multiple times. And I was kind of waiting for one of those to pop up there for Eau Gallie, and one finally did, but the penalty is going to take it back a little bit, take away from that return.
And this is how that penalty should be called as opposed to last night. And I'll leave it at that.
So 1st and 10, Eau Gallie at the Satellite 38. So that erases about 10 yards off the return. And that'll be 1st down and 10, Eau Gallie in Satellite territory, the Satellite 38-yard line. 7:14 to play here from Commodores Stadium. It's 27-7 in favor of Eau Gallie, but the Commodores have not scored yet in the second half. As quick drop, Crooms lofts one-on-one. It's overthrown. Good coverage there by Colin Roddy for Satellite, as he just kept Dawson Barbero at his hip length there, and it gets overthrown. 2nd and 10, Eau Gallie at the Satellite 38, nearing 7 minutes to play here. There's still a decent amount of time, but at the end of the day, Satellite, you're down by 3 scores. Got to get a stop quickly here and go back down and score. Again, I don't hate the decision to trust your defense there and punt it away. That's not what I'm worried about. What I was worried about, though, is just letting Eau Gallie be in control of the clock in a game where primarily they may just be running the football here, as they do right at the middle there. Delvonte Williams running forward for a gain of about 7 on 2nd down. And it's going to be 3rd down and 3 coming up for Eau Gallie, nearing the Satellite 30.
And look, just that persistence in the running game is still continuing to pay off, as just teeing off 5-6 yards a play.
3rd down and 4 for Eau Gallie. Handoff up the middle. Delvonte Williams. He's going to go down for a loss as Satellite's defense coming up big again on 3rd down. It's 4th down and about 4 now for Eau Gallie. And I think they'll go for it here, considering the field position they're in. As here we go, 4th down. Eau Gallie going to go for it inside the Satellite 35. Nearing 6 minutes to play now. Eau Gallie, a little bit of confusion with the play call here. Clock is ticking, but so is the play clock. Maury Crooms making sure he's got it right. 4th down and 4. Eau Gallie going for it inside Satellite territory. They've had, I think, 2 or 3 turnover on downs tonight already. And timeout Eau Gallie. That's their 2nd of the half. And with 5:52 to go in the game, Eau Gallie has to take a timeout ahead of 4th down, and that's not what they wanted to do.
No, and look, you know, being full front, there is miscommunication going on along the olive chain of command.
Yeah.
Coaches upstairs trying to communicate with coaches on the sideline. You know, you saw Crooms lawyer walks up and just goes, "What am I running?"
Yeah. I'd like to thank our final sponsor in the Brevard Sports Network tonight. Actually, we will thank once again now Natwick Insurance. The Natwick Insurance team is ready to help with your home insurance and any other personal or commercial insurance needs you may have. Natwick Insurance is a trusted choice, independent insurance agency that provides insurance solutions with personal service. As their information there at the bottom of your screen, and they are the lead sponsor bringing you tonight's action. 4th down and 4 coming up for Eau Gallie. They're still going for it here. Maury Crooms and Delvonte Williams in the backfield. Under 6 minutes to play coming out of the timeout. Eau Gallie looking to keep this drive going. Satellite looking to get another big stop defensively. Satellite showing blitz. Crooms fakes. Blitz coming. Gets his man. Breaks off a tackle. As that's going to be a 1st down inside the 20 as he finds T.J. Robinson for a gain of about 10. 1st down, Eau Gallie on 4th and 4 as they get the 4th down conversion to work this time, and now they'll move it inside the Natwick Insurance red zone to the Satellite 20-yard line. The clock moves now to 5.5 minutes to go, and that's exactly what you want to see for the Commodores, and that's the risk you run, Satellite, with punting the football there. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Delvonte Williams trying to spin out of it. But that's going to be stopped for no gain or loss. And that's the thing. Satellite's defense will stop them for 2nd, even 3rd down. But some of these drives won't be kept alive by Eau Gallie by churning it out on 3rd and 4th down. And you know, that's tough for Satellite, especially at this point in the game. But, I mean, they're still playing solid defense. It's just really defense has been out there a majority of the game. And they've still shut out the Commodores in the second half. 2nd down and 10, Eau Gallie at the Satellite 20. Second down and 10, Eau Gallie at the Satellite 20-yard line. Crooms calling out to his receiver on the far side. They've got to watch it. There's the loft. They're going right at Noah Flores. And then Noah Flores with his 2nd interception of the night. He's going to return it down the sidelines. Flores cutting back. And here's all I'll say. throwing at Noah Flores was bold, and Flores with his second pick of the night on Maury Crooms in the end zone. First down, Satellite gets the ball back with 4.5 minutes to play. Plethora of score updates, all finals. New Smyrna Beach defeats Astronaut 8-2. Vieira with their first win since October of 2021 as they defeat MCC 53-7. And Titusville defeats their district rival, the Palm Bay Pirates, in a statement win tonight, 16-10, to advance Titusville to 4-0. First down, Satellite at their own 29 after Noah Flores' second interception of the night. With that one, according to my stats, that will tie him for the most in the county with 3 this season. In a big game tonight for Flores. And, yeah, I understand trying to loft that one up one-on-one. I mean, that's a bold play, but I just don't like it against Noah Flores. I think Satellite's got plenty of other great secondary players, don't get me wrong, but that is the last one you want to throw right at. And, well, just like the last one, he cuts right under the ball and takes it. Not only that, in the end zone, he took it all the way back to the 29.
4:28, though, left to go in the game.
Yeah, Satellite's got to score quick. Merritt Island leads Holy Trinity 33-0. Orange Park 28-13 over Melbourne. First down and 10, Satellite. Play fake. Blitz coming hard. Rayful steps up. He's going to tuck in, go. He's got green grass. First down and more for Satellite. Ethan Rayful slung out of bounds past the 50. First down, Satellite in Eau Gallie territory as Rayful scrambles for a gain of 20. Celebration defeats Space Coast 19-6 as well tonight. First down and 10, Satellite at the 50-yard line. 4:15 to play. They trail by 20. Rayful throws, nearly intercepted there. As that one either slipped out or miscommunication on the route, but A.J. forehand on it again, and it just dropped incomplete. And it's second down and 10, Satellite at the 50. Second down and 10, Satellite at the 50 here after a forehand. Got a question about Coco's score. Coco's on a bye week this week. And they'll be back next week against this Eau Gallie Commodores team at Richard Dick Blake Stadium. That one will be on the Brevard Sports Network. Play fake. Rayful tipped, nearly intercepted again, or a dangerous tip there going to Eric Wiesa. Third down and 10 for Satellite at the 50. That's a tough throw to make in that window, but you got to be careful with those defenders right there on a tip drill. 4 minutes to play. Third and 10, Satellite at the 50. They trail by 20. And if they don't score here in the next few minutes, obviously they don't score in this drive. I think Eau Gallie's defense could call game on this one. Third and 10, Satellite at the 50. Rayful, quick rollout right, rollout, throw. It's hauled in short of the line to gain, and it's going to be fourth down and short as it is hauled in by Atticus Henderson, and it's going to be fourth and short.
Emmanuel Smalls coming up with that tackle, doing a great job, sat in coverage. As soon as the catch is made, dropped him.
And this is going to be the biggest play of the night. Satellite, fourth down and 3 at the Eau Gallie 43. I formation. Rayful under center with Waite and Flores. Fourth down and short. Rayful rolls. Blitz coming short, incomplete, and the stop comes for Eau Gallie. Blitz by Emmanuel Small, who's had a great game defensively, and it's turnover on downs. Eau Gallie takes over. First and 10 of their own 43 with 3.5 minutes to play, and a few first downs here can make it game over. And a win for the Commodores here. But Satellite has been solid on the stops. The problem is, though, it's just time is not on their side. I think they only have 1 or 2 timeouts left. Definitely not all 3 to go in this game. In 3.5 minutes, they trail by 3 scores. As Eau Gallie with a huge stop there. Big blitz by Emmanuel Small. And the pass falls incomplete. First and 10, Eau Gallie at their own 43-yard line. Man, oh man, this one, the score, it indicates as well as Eau Gallie's offense has played, but this game has been close on the favor of Satellite's defense versus Eau Gallie's offense here. That's what I'll have to say about that. I think Satellite's played well, but I think Eau Gallie's got the opportunity here. Handoff up the middle, and a big run up the gut. That's going to be a gain of 9, maybe 10 there by Delvonte Williams. And I'll see where they mark him. They'll give him 9.5. Second down and inches here for Eau Gallie. Now inside Satellite territory to the Satellite 48 or 47.5 yard line. 3 minutes to go here in Eau Gallie. It's 2nd and 1. Eau Gallie in satellite territory. They lead by 3 scores. It's about probably, I would say, 2 more first downs, and they could call this one out to victory formation. 2nd and short. Crooms handoff. Blitz coming by satellite. Delvonte Williams bouncing it outside. Inside the 40. Williams inside the 35. And that's going to be a gain of about 14. First down, Eau Gallie to the satellite 34. And the clock will stop shortly here at 2:37 to play, but that's a big resetting of downs for Eau Gallie. 1st and 10 at the satellite 34 as the clock begins to tick again as they spot the ball. Eau Gallie not really taking any time in the huddle here. They're still going up to the ball right as the ball is spotted. 1st down and 10, Eau Gallie at the satellite 34-yard line. Handoff again, Delvonte Williams. And he's going to go down after a gain of about 1 or 2 there. Satellite stuffs him close to the line. 2 flag down after the play again here. We've seen a lot of these tonight. This has been a physical game. It's been, chippy at times. I don't know what this was. It was a pile. And, a penalty on satellite could give Eau Gallie the first down they need to seal it.
Dead ball.
I don't know what that was.
No.
Here we go. Personal foul on Eau Gallie. So that is what satellite wants to see there. That's going to be 15 yards. Hold on. Nope, it's on satellite. As there's confusion with the officials, but that could be the first down to seal this one as satellite makes the mistake after the play with another personal foul. Both these teams tonight have made those kind of mistakes, and those are the things you got it. I know Coach Helton and Coach Sands will tell them, we got to cut that out. And they're not gonna stand for that. And now inside the Natwick Insurance red zone, 1st and 10 Eau Gallie at the satellite 18. 2 minutes to play here from Eau Gallie. So people in the comments, Caleb, are asking for Brody Grennan, the freshman quarterback at satellite. And all I'll say about that is we saw him in that JV game. I think you were there with me. And I thought he looked good. I don't know if they'll use him this season at all. I mean, he is their JV starter, but I do think that Brody Grennan is a guy to watch for satellite in these next coming years. Rayful's a senior, and they have Tristan White as well. Another flag after the play here is these guys got to keep it together here late in this game. But, just a name to look out for is all I'm saying, Brody Grennan, over these next few seasons. I thought he looked good in JV, but that is also a thing. JV at satellite looking good this year. I think they're maybe just be trying to keep him there and not waste his moving him up to varsity. But yeah, I just think that's a name to watch and one to remember. Brody Grennan, a freshman at satellite. We haven't seen him yet take the field. We've seen Tristan White and Ethan Rayful tonight both play solid games. As we'll see what the call is here. Is an after the play. It's a hold, which is interesting. Oh, here's the after the play. It's a personal foul on satellite after the play. Is
So
another one.
So they're going to take off the hold.
So it's just going to be, I think, a 5-yard penalty this way. So I think. Yeah, I think it's just going to give. It gives Eau Gallie 5, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. As the rain has begun to fall again here at Commodores Stadium with 1:40 to go, as Mother Nature is going to get her last word in on this one.
1:41 left to go in the game. Coming up at about 45 minutes to an hour after this one ends, we're going to shoot on down to walk-ons and do the walk-ons post-game show.
No, Allen and Knock are there waiting for us. As they fake handoff up the middle, Delvonte Williams inside the 10, inside the 5 as Williams looking for a touchdown tonight. And they know the situation, but I know Delvonte Williams wants to get in the end zone.
Yeah, he does.
1:25 to go. First down and goal, Eau Gallie inside the 5. Yeah, honestly, I'm trying to remember real quick, but I think this is the first time they've had not the first time they had a goal to go, but it's going to be the first time they score on a goal to go scenario. Flying into the end zone for the touchdown, and his first of the night, Delvonte Williams puts this one all but over now here for the Eau Gallie Commodores as he gets himself a touchdown here to close out a solid night on the ground for Delvonte Williams.
Yeah, for those that are asking, we do not know what happened at Rockledge.
And we don't know if it's for Rockledge or Bayside, who the injury was. As this one now, they're going to go for two. Handoff Delvonte Williams again. He gets the touchdown and the 2-point as Eau Gallie jumps ahead 35-7 with 1:11 to play. And, that's going to put the metaphorical nail in the coffin here for the Satellite Scorpions as Eau Gallie is going to look to advance to 4-0 in the season. Remember, last season Eau Gallie was the final undefeated team in the county. I believe now it'll be down to them and Merritt Island as the last two, unless I'm forgetting. No, Titusville. So I think it'll be Eau Gallie, Titusville, and Merritt Island still left as Holy Trinity falls tonight. Heritage fell last night. And the rain, I think, coming down the hardest now as we look to get out of here. Here, the 1:11 to go before any inclement weather.
But yes, Brevard Sports Network's thoughts and prayers are with the athlete who was injured at the Rockledge Bayside game. Again, we don't have any details on who or what, but all we know is our thoughts and prayers are with him, and hopefully they're able to return to the field of play.
I've got a question. The kid going to Oregon, committed on Eau Gallie, is Sandman Thompson. So for those that are asking, Sandman playing offensive line and defensive line for Eau Gallie. So Eau Gallie got a lot of other players to watch in that recruiting world as well. Brandon Brown defensively, I believe he's a 4-star. Xavier Larice as a sophomore has some offers as well. I know there's others as well I may be forgetting, but trust me, Eau Gallie, they'll tell you. They got it on the back of their shirts, the factory. This team produces college D1 talent, and that's their number one goal at the end of the season, get these kids to college, and that's what Coach Sands and this group does. And there's another one, a good example, Sandman Thompson committed to Oregon. 1:11 to play here at Eau Gallie as the rain falls for the third separate time tonight. Eau Gallie leading by 28, their biggest lead of the game, 35-7. As Delvonte Williams punches it in from just a few yards out. That ball bouncing around, still on the ground. Satellite got to scoop it up and run now. As with some blockers. Let's get just up past the 20. That was number 13, Amir Tucker. As almost disaster there, but he did pick the ball up and take it off. How much time is left in the game? That would be now 58 seconds remaining. With a 28-point Eau Gallie lead. Satellite will take over for one final time here and see what they come out with on the final drive of this one. But this one, Eau Gallie will advance to 4-0. Satellite will fall to 2-2 after this one. As Eau Gallie will travel to face the Cocoa Tigers next week. And what's going to be a highly anticipated in-county matchup. Satellite will travel to face the Astronaut War Eagles. It's going to be a handoff here. They're going to whistle it. That was a very late whistle. Flag down. I think it's going to be a false start on Satellite. Carry by Tristan White. False start on the Scorps. That'll back them up. 1st and 15 now at their own 20. Clock stops, 51 seconds to go.
Again, coming up at about 45 minutes to an hour. After this one goes all zeros, we're going to head up to walk-ons and get set up for the post-game show. Jackson Robb, Anthony Knockreiner, Alan Slaughter-Zinski. And tune in because you never know who else might show up.
Yeah. 1st down and 15, Satellite at their own 20. It's going to be a QB keeper here. Tristan White trying to get outside. He's going to cut back here, and I don't think was the right move. And that's going to be a stop as we got a lot of extracurriculars here after the play. And this is something that just doesn't need to happen. It's still going on here. Eau Gallie's player back and forth going on. And I hate to see this. This game, unfortunately for Satellite, this one's decided. We know, barring an absolute miracle, Eau Gallie would come out on top. There's no need to be talking. There's no need to be, you just need to let this game close out. It's been chippy. These are cross-county teams. They want to win this game. I understand the frustrations but especially for Eau Gallie, you don't need to engage here. Satellite, you just don't need this. This doesn't need to happen this late in the game. 37 seconds to play. And we're stopping the game again for an after-the-play penalty. And at the end of the day, that comes down to just playing disciplined football. You just got to keep your head in the game here at the end of these. And, you know, it's not what you want to see.
And you know, the Eau Gallie assistant coaches are walking up to players saying, guys, what does that accomplish?
Yeah.
And that's the message there. What does that accomplish? Nothing good for us.
So after they sort out all the penalties, we'll see where the ball is placed. They're just going to move Satellite forward, so no penalties on the Scorps. All on Eau Gallie on that particular play. 37 seconds to play. I mean, there's 30 seconds to play. Everyone just needs to close this game out, keep everything clean, finish this game out. That's what needs to happen here. First down and 10. Satellite at their own 39. Eau Gallie with a 35-7 lead here, trying to close out a big win here on Friday night over the cross-county rival ahead of a matchup against State Power and should be unbeaten Cocoa Tigers. First down and 10, Satellite at their own 38. Satellite hands off. Logan Waite getting around the corner. Good run by Waite. First down and more for Satellite, and a good hard-nosed carry there by Logan Waite for the first down. He got the Scorps their only touchdown of the night. Waite has had a good game offensively on the ground. First down, Satellite in Eau Gallie territory with 24 seconds to play. Another flag on the field as these teams just got to close this game out, guys.
Look,
I didn't see it, so I don't know what it was.
I think it might just be in best of interest of everybody just to – I mean, look.
24 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, let's just – yeah, and unsportsmanlike.
These teams just need to close out the game here. It's just not necessary to keep going back and forth here. And, you know, they're calling it one way on all these. None of these have really been offsetting, which, I mean – it kind of sparking, I think, more outrage here. So I just think these teams just need to close it out. You know, I get it. Tensions, it's high school sports, but you just got to swallow your pride both ways.
Yep.
For Eau Gallie, hey, we won this game. Let's go celebrate with ourselves, not worry about Satellite. For Satellite, you know, you have to take your lumps, but you can't try and get things.
Pick your head up.
Yeah.
Go get mistakes fixed and come back out next week ready to play.
Against Astronaut next week for Satellite. 24 seconds to play. Satellite at the Eau Gallie 35. I'd like to close this one out. My player of the game, I would say offensively for Eau Gallie, that's tough. I mean, they've had good games. I would say probably Mari Crooms with his 3 touchdowns, but you can't discount the efforts by Tay Welch and Delvonte Williams as Satellite will let this clock run out and expire here at Commodores Stadium, as Eau Gallie will advance to 4-0 here at home as Satellite will fall to 2-2. Eau Gallie wins at 35-7. We'd like to thank all our sponsors tonight: Natwick Insurance, BlackRock Engineering Tech Solutions, Property Management, Zone 6 and Zone 6 Reapers, and everyone else. Thanks for tuning in. Congratulations to Eau Gallie tonight. 35-7. They knock off Satellite. Tune in to the Walk-Ons postgame show coming up.